I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, oh. I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Ah, good morning, you beautiful souls. I'm going to get it out of the way. It's a Friday. Yay. Oh, man, I think we're all feeling possibly a little bit of a come down after the best birthday show ever. So thank you so much to all of our guests, the team from 5FM, all of you guys at home for all of your messages. So many messages from past guests as well. It was really awesome. So happy birthday again.
Happy birthday.
Let's keep that vibe going right through the weekend. And we're going to kick it off in style this morning. Of course, we're going to talk a lot of sport. Ashfaq Mohammed here, talking about rugby and a beautiful Premier League weekend on the way. But of course, we have been going gaga over the Note 9. It is Samsung's game-changing new device. And we've got Mops and Chaba here to take us through how they are utilizing it in their very social media-rich lives.
Looking forward to catching up with them. And then, of course, American actress, and you'll remember her from the series That's So Raven. Well, Raven Symone's currently in South Africa, connecting with her fans for season 2 of Raven's Home.
Oh, I absolutely love that. Then onto the big screen, of course, The Unforgiven is a movie making all kinds of waves. We know that Forrest Whitaker takes the lead role of Archbishop Desmond Tutu, which is an amazing opportunity. We're going to chat to Monet Visser, who plays a vital part in that movie, an actor who I'm sure is embracing a beautiful narrative and an incredible story. It's going to get quite deep and dark as well, as it has to, dealing with some really hectic subject matter. Can't wait for that.
Certainly looking forward to it. And then, of course, we need music on your
We
Friday.
do,
It's
we
not just
do.
a Friday. We said it's a Friday. So Jules Toria joins us in studio, performing and bringing us all of the entertainment we need.
Yeah, so let's keep those birthday celebrations going. If you want to send us a message to feel free, nothing but love. But let's kickstart today's proceedings with those official duties. Here's the news.
All right, good morning from my side as well as your Friday morning. Let's start it off with your news headlines. Starting off with those national news headlines. Emergency services were on the scene at the Van Riebeeck Park station near Kempton Park on the East Rand till late last night after a train collision during rush hour left 320 passengers injured. Metro Rail Gauteng spokesperson Lillian Mofokeng said 32 commuters suffered serious but not critical injuries. She said the one train travelling from Johannesburg Park Station to Pretoria collided from the rear with another train, which was faulty and stationary at Van Riebeeck Park Station. A board of inquiry would be instituted to determine the cause of the accident. And the financial sector has pledged $100 billion over the next 5 years to support black businesses as the country battles to boost growth and reduce unemployment, President Cyril Ramaphosa announced yesterday. Addressing the Jobs Summit in Midrand, Ramaphosa said much needed to be done to lift the economy out of its slump, which led to a recession in the second quarter. The summit, the third of its kind, is a collaboration between business, labour and government and aims to find ways to address the country's stubbornly high unemployment rate, currently standing at 27.2%. Then making your international news headlines this morning, the battle has intensified against cross-border crime between Mozambique and Mpumalanga. Law enforcement agencies operating along the Mpumalanga border have called on communities to help identify illegal activities in their respective areas. Members of the South African National Defence Force recently recovered 7 stolen vehicles en route to Mozambique. A Mozambique national was arrested, but others fled. Joseph Mabuza of Mpumalanga Community Safety Liaison says there's a syndicate operating between the two countries, which has its sights particularly set on stealing bakkies and SUVs. And NATO Security General Jens Stoltenberg yesterday warned Russia to halt its reckless behavior after the Netherlands announced it had foiled a Kremlin cyber attack on the global chemical weapons watchdog. Dutch officials publicly identified 4 men suspected of being Russian military intelligence agents behind a bid to hack the organization for the prohibition for chemical weapons in The Hague. The news came as Britain, who helped in the Dutch investigation, and Australia said Moscow was to blame for a string of recent high-profile cyber attacks on civilian bodies around the world. And that's where we leave your news headlines for now. We'll run you through those news headlines once again in half an hour's time.
Pride is on the line as we kickstart rugby this morning. Springbok coach Rasio Erasmus has made 3 changes to his starting lineup. for their Rugby Championship clash against New Zealand tomorrow. Damien Delaney returns from injury, replacing Andre Esterhazen at inside centre. Francois Lowe starts at number 8 with Sikumbuzo Nocha dropping back to the bench while Stephen Kitsoff is back in the front row. Tomorrow's match at Loftus kicks off at 5:05. Then it was a clean sweep for Kaizer Chiefs at the ABSA Premiership Awards for September, with Giovanni Salinas winning Coach of the Month while Kama Billiat was named Player of the Month. Chiefs secured 9 points from their 4 league games in September thanks to wins over Cape Town City, Free State Stars and AmaZulu, with Billiat scoring twice and providing 2 assists. Chiefs are now in league action again tomorrow as they tackle Polokwane City. Elsewhere, Pirates face AmaZulu while Sundowns battle Wits. Then staying with the beautiful game, Arsenal made it 2 wins from 2 in the Europa League as they beat Karabakh FK 3-0 in Azerbaijan last night. Goals from Socrates, Roa and Gundozi sealing all 3 points for the Gunners. That keeps them top of Group E with 6 points. So Arsenal now turn their attention back to the Premier League as they face Fulham on Sunday. Also in action, Chelsea tackle Southampton. Man United face Newcastle. One of the matches of the weekend, Liverpool up against Man City. And of course, our feature match right here on 3 tomorrow. It's Leicester up against Everton, kicking off at 3:30 with our coverage. Then finally on to cricket. The Proteas could seal a whitewash series victory over Zimbabwe tomorrow if they win the 3rd and final ODI in Paarl. South Africa already hold that 2-0 lead in the series thanks to a 5-wicket win in the first ODI in Kimberley and a 120-run victory in the second match in Blom. Tomorrow's final showdown between the Proteas and Zimbabwe gets underway at Boland Park at 1 o'clock. And we've got some massive news to release regarding the global T20 League a little bit later on the show, so make sure you tune in just after 8. That's where we leave our sport for now.
Thank you, Graham. Well, let's get your morning underway by taking a look at what to expect in your weather. Now, we say thank you for all the beautiful sunrise photos coming through, and a special thanks goes out to Ashley from Mark, who sent us this beautiful sunrise from Jeffreys Bay in the Eastern Cape. If you're there today, you can expect pleasantly warm conditions, as a little bit of cloud cover this morning, but reaching a maximum of 21 degrees Celsius. On that note, let's take a look at the rest of the temperatures across the country. In Polokwane, you can expect a low of 7, a high of 25. Mbombela, 8-24, Pretoria 10-25, Johannesburg 9 with a high of 24. Sunny in Mahikeng 11 with a high of 27, Klerksdorp 8-27, Kimberley 10 with a high of 28, Bloemfontein 6 reaching a high of 25. If you're in Richards Bay today, 11 is your minimum, 23 your maximum. Sunny conditions in Pietermaritzburg, a low of 8, a high of 22. Durban 15-22, Mthatha 7 with a high of 25, East London 14 reaching a high of 23. If you're in Cradock today, a low of 8 can be expected with a high of 29. Port Elizabeth 14 with a high of 21. It's partly cloudy in George, 12 with a high of 23. Sutherland 7 reaching a high of 25. If you're in Cape Town today, 15 is your minimum, reaching a high of 28. Worcester 10 reaching a high of 30. If you're in Springbok, 16 is your minimum, 33 your maximum, and sunny conditions in Uppington with a low of 16, a high of 32 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave your weather for now. We'll have another update for you in half an hour.
So our beautiful brother Cat there helping us kickstart this Friday. And of course, still sending you happy birthday messages as well. What a beautiful day yesterday. But of course, lest we forget, it is the weekend. So we are asking you, what are your plans? And people are pumped. Bongen Kosi Rasi saying, good morning, fam. My plans for the weekend are spending time with my fam and preparing for school because the holiday has ended. Dun, dun, dun. Tuesday is back to school. All the best of luck there. Pinky saying, good morning, Expresso. Well, spending time with my family is my main plan this weekend. I love that. You've got to connect with those that you love the most. Jackie Smoothie saying, we are having a party tomorrow. Today, I'll be busy with preparation. Enjoy it. Hope it lives up. Ramakone saying, good morning. I'll catch up with the latest movies and sports, just like me. Let's see what else is going on. Vincent Lamini saying, hashtag happy Friday, yay fam. I plan to watch soccer after work. I think a lot of people sharing those sentiments. Whatever you're doing, keep it safe and make sure you savor every moment.
All right, well, your Friday morning is now officially underway. We're going to be taking the quickest of breaks. When we come back, we talk sport. Ashfaq Mohammed is here. And of course, it's the Boks against the All Blacks. Loftus is going to be burning up this weekend. It's going to be, it's always a party at Loftus.
It's going to be a party.
But it's a big match to look forward to. We're going to get the details from Ashfaq after the break.
That's right. Well, listen, if you can't wait for the big match tomorrow, we've got a match of our own. And this is our Expresso Rewind game. That's happening after the break.
The Note 9 is a game changer with more power than you need until this happens.
Flight 291 has been delayed.
And you need a charge. And all the plugs are taken in. Oh, well, there you go. But why have a remote control for a phone? That's why. And who needs a terabyte of storage?
We got it? No.
Unless... Right. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need until you need it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. It's our Friday morning. Thank you very much for tuning in. So lucky to be hanging out with you, man. It's always great to get to the end of the week, eh? Always nice.
Yes, and it's been a special week.
Can chill out. The weekend is ahead of us. But we also know that we live in a world that is constantly changing, and life just speeds us by at lightning speeds, that is. And as we welcome today, the 5th of October, the day after our official 8th birthday, we take a look at what happened on this day in history.
Well, a very interesting one, because on this day in 2005, the genre-defining young adult vampire romance novel, Twilight, was first published. Now, the novel went on to shape the young adult genre for the next few years, and it inspired a successful movie franchise.
Nice. Were you a fan?
Edward and Bella, yes, of course.
Who wasn't a fan? Come on. I was a fan as well. I was. Anyways, on this day last year, the New York Times published an investigation into the sexual harassment behavior by Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein, which led to the start of the hashtag #MeToo movement. And we all know what wave that created as well.
And it's still ongoing.
Love it.
But also on this day in 1961, the iconic movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, based on Truman Capote's best-selling novella and starring Aubrey Hepburn and George Pepper, was released in cinemas.
Ah, there we have it. So nice little feel-good facts for you on this day in history. Well, that is our bite-sized dose of this day in history. Go out there and make this day awesome. Make history this day.
So it is a scintillating weekend of sport on the way, pretty high stakes, even though there is no way, obviously, that we can win the Rugby Championship. New Zealand have wrapped that up and done it in style against Argentina. But the Springboks up against the All Blacks at Loftus, so much history in that ground, in that fixture, and of course, everything in the context of the World Cup next year. Those two teams will be facing each other in their first pool game, the group of death, it must be called. And of course, a Premier League lineup that I think has got people salivating, certainly after Liverpool and Chelsea's match earlier in the week. Ashfaq Mohammed is here to give us his analysis. I'm excited,
happy
dude.
birthday for yesterday, man.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Well done,
Thank you
guys.
so much. I'm 8 years old. I don't look a day over 7. Eh?
I can see.
It was an awesome day yesterday, and I think we're going to keep the weekend vibe going now, because There is so much to take in.
Yes.
And let's try and wrap our head around this particular rugby game because there's nothing actually on the line.
Yeah,
but it feels like this is one of the most important games we've played this year.
It is, because, you know, we need consistency from the Springboks. Yes, they've won now 2 in a row. They lost badly against Australia in Australia, a game that they should have won. They made so many mistakes that game. And suddenly they turned it around within 7 days in Wellington against the All Blacks. All Blacks weren't at their best in that game either. So we've got to remember that. They are hurting. The coach has said they're going to right the wrongs of that game. And the team that is picked, Graham, unbelievable. Jack Goodhue at outside centre, the Crusaders number 13. He is hot. He cuts a line. He tackles you back. He's just a bundle of energy. Shannon Frizzell at blindside flank. He's also a big guy, but he can move. So Ben Smith at fullback as well. They're going to look to run the box off their feet.
I was going to say, they're going to be passing the ball. We
Yeah.
absolutely know that. Damien de Allende comes in for Esterhuizen in the centre. You happy with that?
Yeah, look, Damien was injured, so, you know, he rightly comes back in as well. And he's done actually quite well this year. He's tried to move his feet a bit more instead of bashing it up. But I would still like him to pass a bit more. I know it's a game plan for him to just take these guys on.
Ball, yeah,
but he's got more than that, you know. So bring the wings into the game by allowing Damien to play a bit wider.
Give us a bit of history at Loftus. Why is this game so important? Why is there so much
I can tell you, Graham,
line?
since '96, that the Boks have been back, the All Blacks haven't lost at Loftus in 4 tests because it's perfect conditions. Normally, the pitch is hard, beautiful sunny weather. They're going to throw the ball around, no doubt. With Ben Smith at fullback, that guy's lethal. You know, he's played quite a bit at wing, but
decision-making.
Yeah, you know, and Bowden Barrett has a point to prove as well after what happened in Wellington.
A shocker,
so Kieran Reid has actually rested for a week. He didn't go to Argentina. So this is how seriously they're taking this game, despite the title being gone. So Boks, watch out.
Oh, it's going to be a tough one, but I think we just don't want to feel like we've taken a massive step back.
Yeah.
But go out and support. If there are still tickets to be had, go and support the Boks at Loftus. 5+5 is the match time. Then mouth-watering lineup in the Premier League.
Yes.
Mixed fortunes outside of the league, but we're looking at one place, 2 Liverpool up against Man City in the future game on a Sunday. So many matchups.
Yeah.
I'm loving Walker this season. The pace up the flank. He's got to contend with Robertson.
Yeah.
Sergio Aguero, obviously the record breaker, probably the star striker or maybe star player in the league. Virgil van Dijk, one of the best performers. We know Liverpool's defence has been amazing. How are you feeling about this?
Yeah, top of the table clash. Both teams unbeaten in the league, but Liverpool, I must say it, I know I'm a Man United man, but they haven't won in the last 3 games. That's League Cup, the League they drew with Chelsea, the League Cup they lost to Chelsea, and Champions League against Napoli.
Don't be a hater,
That's
man.
not looking good.
Don't be a hater,
no,
bro.
the problems are with Marina and Pogba. Sorry, guys. I've got to get it in.
I'm still recovering from the Barcelona fiasco.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi was just unbelievable in the Champions League this week against Spurs. So you reckon City maybe have got the edge here? They're starting to show that championship winning credential.
Yeah, they just, I think they haven't lost in the last 5 games. The last time they lost was the Champions League game, in September. So they've been going really well. Can Mohamed Salah, we see him there. Can he find his touch again? I know he's scored 3 goals in 9 games, I think. So he's just one off where he was last year. But we know almost like the middle of the season last year, we really got going. So could this be the game? It's a big stage.
Harry Kane was way ahead at that stage, and he dropped off the pace. I think the player to watch for me, Leroy Sané, has been superb, and I think they're going to battle to contain him. But so many individual jewels in a mouth-watering fixture. And of course, we are going to be bringing you a live feature right here on 3 tomorrow afternoon. Very, very interesting clash between Leicester and Everton, 2 teams that really are hitting their straps, and we'll start our live coverage on 3 at 3:30. Ash, love you, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks, right?
Right, so we're having fun playing around. I'm scrolling through my Instagrams and social media feeds, you know, as we do on a Friday morning. But listen, this is the big thing. The Samsung Note 9. It is your last chance to win one of these awesome babies, the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 phones, valued at 18,000 Rand.
That's right. And all you need to do is just go onto the Expresso Facebook page and comment on the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 post. Now, you might forget your wallet, but you're most likely not to forget your phone. And with Samsung Pay, that means you can pay almost anywhere. Now, comment on the post with the hashtag Galaxy Note 9 and tell us how you can secure your cards on hashtag Samsung Pay.
Oh, man, I'm still needing to set up my Samsung Pay. I mean, there it is. Look at that, it's introducing me to it. I still need to just put it up. But what you need to do, like Zoe said, go onto our Facebook page right now and comment on the post to enter. T's and C's do apply, and you have up until 12 p.m. today to enter. So don't delay. Do it, and you could be a game changer as well. Now, we're going to be having a little bit of fun.
That's right.
We are busy thinking back of our week. We had the birthday yesterday. Did you tune in every single day this week? We want to know. But play along. It's time to play Expresso Rewind.
I'm assuming it's myself and you and up against each other.
It is, guys. Are you up for it, Zoe?
Yes.
I want that 2018 sass back, girl. I want to see that sass.
Come on.
Ewan,
Come on,
you've done
let's
well
do it.
recently, man. I've
I've
got
done
a
well,
high
but
hopes.
I do feel kind of like exhausted after the birthday yesterday,
Okay,
so
it's
I hope I'm going to be
taken its
firing
toll,
quite
eh?
quickly.
Okay, so,
Wait,
just the
what's your
viewers
sound?
and
Me.
I know. What? Me or we?
Me.
Me.
I'm going to change it up.
Okay.
Change it
I'm going
up.
to change it up because normally I'll go bang.
Yeah.
And today I'm going to go neh.
Neh.
You know,
Me.
like the
And
Knights
neh.
of neh. Yeah.
I love it. Little
Yeah.
Monty Python goes a long way.
Okay, yes.
All right, guys, you know the drill. I don't have to explain it to you. I don't want any shenanigans here, okay?
Zoe?
He's the competitive
No
one.
shenanigans, Zoe.
Okay,
But
okay,
I want
okay.
that 2018 sass. Okay. So our first question, wait till you hear the question mark in the tone of my voice, please. What is Vanessa Raffaelli's debut novel called?
Me.
I don't know.
+1.
Let's have a look. Dun, dun, dun. Let's learn. Congratulations. That was quite an emphatic
Well,
opening
he
there.
was building up to his sound.
Yeah,
so I was like, no, I need to
I
get in
felt
there.
that,
Okay.
that procrastination there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can't get ahead of themselves. This one was an awesome part of the show. Cape Town City Ballet is producing which classical ballet this month?
Me.
Gotta go with Zoe, man. I'm sorry.
Cinderella.
Nutcracker. Swan Lake.
Cinderella.
I don't know.
We had the ugly stepsisters and
Come on,
Prince
buddy.
Charming.
This is the turning point, guy. This is the turning point.
Okay. Oh, what's going
Zoe,
on? I
have you
told
ever
you.
been this strong?
I know,
Have you
the
ever been
questions are
this
super
dominant?
easy. It's because the questions are easy.
Our next question. What is the winning paint color for Expresso's new lounge called?
Me.
No,
go
Dusty
with you.
Loden. That I know. Is it Dusty Loden?
It is Dusty Loden.
Is it? Okay.
Dusty Loden.
Oh, thank.
And that's quite abstract, so well done. And doesn't it look amazing?
Thank
I
goodness, it
absolutely
does
love
look
it.
amazing.
Oh, buddy, you're still in it. You're still in it. Where's that sass? Come on,
It's
Zeebles.
here.
Where's
here.
that sass,
I'm leading
girl?
with 2. Just say.
What are the 3 sports that make up a triathlon?
Me.
Oh, can I get a studio call on that one? It was pretty tough.
Lucian
Zoe,
feel like
is
it was
pointing. He
me.
said both of us.
Zoe,
It was
let's give it to the
me.
pretty young girl. Sorry, dude. Sorry,
Can I
sorry,
go?
my love.
Can
Sorry,
I go?
my
It's
love.
a swim, it's a cycle, it's a run.
And how do you know this?
Because I had to do
Because she's.
it.
It's a swim, it's a cycle, it's a run. Well done, and well done on your triathlon trials.
Attempt.
It was hectic, man. So congratulations. Zoe, you are out and out winner. You have proven that
well
you do have
done,
the 2018
Zoe.
sass.
Thank
Well
you.
done,
we
I
shall
believe
get
I earned
the
myself
Golden Monkey,
The Golden Monkey.
the honorary award.
Thank you.
You can lord it over your competitor if you want.
I don't do that. I'm not
She's
that
pure
kind of
class.
a winner.
Pure class. And of course, you guys can play along at home. If you've missed anything this week, you have the opportunity to go onto our YouTube channel, catch up on, and it really has been an awesome week. So I suggest you do. But we post a question for you guys to answer at home so you can get in on the rewind action. And this one is a very important one. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, this entire month. And we are asking you this morning, how often should a woman be checking for signs of breast cancer? If you know the answer, then post it on our Facebook page. If you don't know the answer, quickly get onto our YouTube channel and catch up. Zoe, hold it aloft.
I got my monkey. Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break before I polish this one clean. When we get back, we're going to get to know our performer, Jules Toria, a little bit better.
Absolutely. Hey, and if you're going to be lighting those fires or looking for something interesting to make with your braais, stop it.
Oh,
Stop
wow.
it. Mushroom rice for the braai. Zoe,
She
not
just polished
fair.
a monkey right on you there.
I'm trying to get...
Don't take credit. Unexpected coming from a bank. But just think about it. Using credit to finance a flashy lifestyle to show that you've arrived won't help you live better. What's new today is old tomorrow, except for the debt that you still have to pay. But do take credit to renovate your home, buy a more reliable car, or pay for your children's education. If that's your goal, then Capitec will help you realize your dreams. Because living better starts when you get credit for the right reasons.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Time to have a little bit of fun with Jules Toria, our artist this morning, who has proven his chops on some pretty big stages. But has he really proven himself? Because today he is about to play the toughest game of rapid fire, where we get to know the man behind the brand. And it's tough, buddy. Welcome to it. Are you feeling nervous? Just a little bit. I'm going to ask you some really uncomfortable, tough questions. No, they're actually the coolest, most interesting questions, and they're all completely silly. Princess, my queen, thank you so much. Jules, do you drink cappuccino?
I would love a cappuccino.
Then that's for you, my man.
Much.
That's for you. But that's the last nice thing I'm going to do for you. Now it's all hardcore. No, buddy, we're going to try and get through as many of these as we can. Right. And, oh, check it out. So you don't mess with Princess's plan, all right? You just don't. You are my queen, Princess. I love you. So let's try and do it. Let's do it. We've got all 19. Okay, 19, we can do it. 19 questions. Can I get my countdown, please? In 3, 2, 1. Who's your favorite local artist?
Oh, Manny Walters.
Nice. Favorite international artist?
Matt Corby.
Beyonce, come on in. Favorite song at the moment?
A Bed Ain't Worth the Hand by Leon Bridges. Yeah.
Nice. Favorite pizza topping?
Pizza topping?
Careful. Careful what you say, yeah?
Oof, yeah. Maybe Avo?
There's nothing wrong with that. It's not divisive. Favorite series?
Peaky Blinders.
Nice, man. Favorite fruit?
Apples.
If you could perform anywhere in the world, where?
Lollapalooza in Brazil.
Nice. Breakfast, lunch or supper?
Lunch.
Your nickname?
Jules Boy. Yeah.
Jules Boy. Your favorite emoji?
The one where you're like weeping, crying. Yeah.
Shame, what's going on in your life? The one thing most people don't know about you? That you have a really sad life. Buddy, your clock had run out. I need to ask you one more question because I'm just interested. Your biggest fear?
Oh, thank you, Doug.
She's sorry about your biggest fear. She's sorry about the fact that you're crying all the time. What is your biggest fear?
Not running out of time, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I just want to do as much and perform as much as I can, you know, over the next while. Yeah.
Is that why you're as busy as you are? Because you've got a couple of guys, as Bryn being obviously one of the brands that you're involved with and performing at some massive festivals. If I read lists like Oppie Koppie, Smoking Dragon, Up the Creek, Rocking the Daisy, these are some pretty big platforms. How do you piece it all together? Are you is it all on stage? Is it making the music? You listed some pretty incredible songwriters in your favorite choices there. Yeah. Where's the joy for you, the love for you?
I love writing, especially with my band, you know, when we're in a room together and we're creating together, that's kind of the process of taking it from the studio or the live room or whatever, and then taking what we've created and putting it on stage is just an unreal feeling. You know? So.
I mean, it's quite a self-indulgent question because I always love to know, how different is it? Do you discover things about the song, maybe frailties, maybe the genius in a song when you're performing it live where you're like, wow, I actually did not expect that?
Yeah. I mean, I think a song's never really done in a way, you know? You just get to a point where you have to let it go. But like, we've been working on a song recently for the last year, and we only just figured out recently live, my bassist made a mistake playing the wrong note, and that note is like,
What's your bassist's name?
Song. Alex Smiley.
Well done, Alex.
Yeah,
you rock, man. You are a rock star. Actually, you are a rock star. It does help when you actually are a rock star. When you get into that songwriting process, is it kind of a narrative kind of a thing? Is it you processing? Is it you getting rid of those high face emoji emotions? What do you put into your music? Or is it about a sound that you're trying to achieve?
I think at the moment, when I wrote before and I was writing on my own, it was very much like, you know, internal things. And but now as we're working together as a band, it's like, it's just about, you know, how can we take it to the next level? And, you know, how can we, especially with my amazing violinist, Hezron Chetty as well, you know, he brings such a unique sound to everything that we create. So it's like, it's just so exciting. We're going in different directions that we didn't think we'd go.
Flexing those muscles. Yeah, man, I love that, man. Great, you're all rock stars. You are rock stars, dude. It's so awesome to have you. I cannot wait for people to hear you and get a taste of that. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You've earned that. In fact, you probably earned both. I'm going to keep one. And and enjoy your cappuccino, man. That was hard. Thank you, Princess. We love you. We're going to get a performance from Jules in just a moment, so don't stray too far. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, bro.
Right, let's quickly take you through those news headlines on your Friday morning, making national news headlines. Emergency services were on the scene at the Van Riebeeck Park station near Kempton Park on the East Rand till late last night after a train collision during rush hour left 320 passengers injured. 32 commuters suffered serious but not critical injuries. And the financial sector has pledged 100 billion rand over the next 5 years to support black businesses as the country battles to boost growth and reduce unemployment, President Cyril Ramaphosa announced yesterday. He said much needed to be done to lift the economy out of its slump. And making international news headlines this morning, the battle has intensified against cross-border crime between Mozambique and Mpumalanga. There's reportedly a syndicate operating between the two countries, which has its sights particularly set on stealing bakkies and SUVs. And NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg yesterday warned Russia to halt its reckless behavior after the Netherlands foiled a Kremlin cyber attack on the global chemical weapons watchdog. Dutch officials publicly identified 4 men suspected of being Russian military intelligence agents. Those are your news headlines. I will expand on those stories at the top of the hour. Right now, Graham standing by with your sport headlines.
Pride on the line in rugby this weekend. Springbok coach Rossio Erasmus has made 3 changes to the starting lineup for the Rugby Championship clash against New Zealand, with Damien Lendi, Francois Lowe and Stephen Kitsoff back into the team. In football, it was a clean sweep for Kaizer Chiefs at the Absa Premiership Awards for September, with Giovanni Salinas winning Coach of the Month, while Kama Billiat was named Player of the Month. In a slightly larger scale, a bit further afield, Arsenal made it 2 wins from 2 in the Europa League as they beat Karabakh FK by 3-0 in Azerbaijan last night. And in cricket, the Proteas could seal a whitewash series victory over Zimbabwe tomorrow. That's if they win the 3rd and final ODI in Paarl. That match at Boland Park gets underway at 1 o'clock. We'll expand on those headlines on the top of the hour.
Well, let's get your Friday morning underway by taking a first look in the roads, and in Gauteng and Krugersdorp on the N14 eastbound. Now, there's a stationary truck that's lost its load, and it's before the Lanceria off-ramp. The road is currently obstructed, so please find an alternative route this morning. And in Gauteng in Linwood on the N1 southbound, there's also a stationary bus. It's after the Proefplaas interchange. It's causing that left lane to be blocked. Please approach with caution. That's where we leave your roads. Another update coming your way in half an hour.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand, Defi.
Well, it certainly is a beautiful day in the mother city, and thank you for all the beautiful sunrises coming through. This morning we want to say a special thanks to Fatah Khan, who sent us this beautiful sunrise from Richards Bay in KwaZulu-Natal. Now, if you're in that area, you can expect partly cloudy conditions reaching a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius. On that note, let's take a full look at your temperatures across the country. Polokwane, your minimum for today, it is 7 with a high of 25. Mbombela, 8.24. Pretoria, 10.25. Johannesburg 9, reaching a high of 24. Mahikeng 11.27, Klerksdorp 8 with a high of 27, Kimberley 10 with a high of 28, Bloemfontein 6.25, Richards Bay 11.22, Pietermaritzburg 8 with a high of 22. We have sunny conditions in Durban, a low of 15, a high of 22, Mthatha 7 reaching a high of 25. It's partly cloudy in East London, 14 with a high of 25, Craddock 8 with a high of 29. If you're in Port Elizabeth today, 14 is your minimum, 21 your maximum. George 12 reaching a high of 23. Sutherland 7.25. Cape Town 15.28. Worcester 10 with a high of 34 today. Springbok 16 with a high of 33. And sunny conditions in Uppington, a low of 16, a high of 32 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave your weather for now. I hope you have a fantastic Friday.
Well, right now, onto something I think is quite something to be proud of.
That's massive, man. Very proud of Dean.
It really, Dean Boot has been doing amazing. But the Student Entrepreneurship Week Roadshow, or the hashtag SEW 2018 Roadshow for short, in partnership with the Entrepreneurship Development in Higher Education Program and the Department of Higher Education and Training, has been hard at work for the past 2 weeks, providing students with a free one-day event featuring insightful speeches from a number of guest celebrity speakers on the topic of entrepreneurship as a career, which we need to drive thrive in this country.
Oh, man, when you look at where unemployment is at the moment and the message coming down from the presidency, the timing is perfect.
Yeah,
So
man,
Wednesday,
it's over 27%, man.
it's a scary thing, but we can do something about it. And Wednesday saw the crew touchdown at Rhodes University in Makanda, formerly Grahamstown, where students engaged the dynamic panel, and that includes entrepreneurs like Sarif Minty, an actress, and presenter Candice Modisele, in very relevant discussions and questions.
Absolutely. Now, the Roadshow initiative was inspired by immensely positive feedback received from Student Entrepreneurship Week events, including events nationwide during August and September. Now, the advice and expertise on offer during this Roadshow are highly valued by attendees, and the thirst for knowledge has been kicked into gear as students are seeking more information covering mentorship, logistics, company registration, and so much more from the future events. And they can get all that information in one place, and I love that.
It's just leveling up.
Yeah,
just plug
pretty
in,
much.
level up. I absolutely love that the Roadshow is now in its final stages next week as the crew they head to the University of Venda, the University of Limpopo, and the Sefako Makgato Health Sciences University as well. We're going to keep you posted on all of the events still to come. So if you are a student at any of these incredible institutions, keep it locked on Expresso to find out more.
Exactly. The hashtag SEW 2018 Roadshow has been made possible by EDHE and the Department of Higher Education and Training. Now, the event is hosted by Dean Buerta himself, previous presenter, Search on 3 finalist, and also the MD of youth skills and development platform Pride Factor, the proud presenting partner of this initiative. So if you would like any further information about this event and the knowledge and the opportunities provided by these programs, all the info is on your screen right now. And I think it's worth your while to connect with it if you are in those areas.
Don't jump up, grab this opportunity.
Well, we are taking the quickest of breaks, and yes, we had the Roger Good Breakfast Show in studio with us yesterday as we celebrated our birthday. We missed them so much. We're going to call them after the break to find out what's happening this weekend with their pick of the weekend. And of course, it's also Braai Friday, so we're going to show you how to make an easy mushroom rice dish perfect for the braai. That's coming up after the break.
No worries. That's cool.
2 minutes, 31 seconds.
Somewhere out of the ashes, I've fallen to you, and I know. Oh, deep down in the end, I always knew I'd let you go. But I drowned in the ocean seeking water for only you. Only you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy, bro.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Follow the funky beats all the way to your TV. It's time to catch up with what our stars have been up to in Mzansi Wood.
Well,
what's going down?
We are so proud of our stars because SA acts Destruction Boys and Shekinah, they are set to fly the South African flag high after being nominated at the MTV European Music Awards, which will be held next month in Spain. Now, the pair are nominated in the Best African Act alongside last year's winners, that's Davido, Fali Ipupa and Tiwa Savage. Now, the last SA act to win in this category was Lockenville back in 2013, and the only other South African winner was Freshly Ground, who won it in 2006. Isn't that just incredible?
Who else was nominated there? Fali?
Fali Ipupa.
Fali Ipupa.
I asked Prosper, and he said, I forgot which language, but he said it means like grandfather or old.
I love that. Destruction Boys are killing it. This is so well deserved, but now bring it home. Bring it home.
Certainly bring it home. And just to quote from the groups, Gold Maxi said, "That is such great news. We are super happy, and this just shows that Guam is the future."
And it's the right now. It's the present. It has blown up. That's awesome.
So wishing them all of the best of luck, and hopefully they can bring it home.
Absolutely love that. Such a proud time for South African artists, not because someone else is validating us, but because we believe in ourselves. We don't need anyone else to prove how good we are. Absolutely love that. Time now, though, to connect with the crazies. I think I might be going through withdrawal symptoms at the moment. Yesterday we had our birthday. We had the crew from 5FM join us with one noticeable absentee who stayed in Joburg. And of course, I'm talking about the best looking breakfast team in the country on radio, not TV. It's DJ Roger Good and his beautiful fam, Miss Cosmo, Sareshni Ryder, and Robbie Cruz. How you doing, you beauties?
For having me in South Africa. You guys don't even know. I've been trying to come over here for years. For years. Hopefully you invite me back.
I'm trying to figure out who that is. Do you think that's Raven?
I have no
That
idea.
sounds
You've
like
been put on hold.
CC James is coming to South Africa.
How are you doing, Graham?
Oh, we love you guys. I had to swallow a lump in my throat when I spoke about this. It feels like yesterday never existed, never happened. Where are you guys? How are you doing, man?
Eugene. Hi, Graham.
Oh man, I'm actually really feeling a little bit emotional. Yesterday was such an awesome day, so thank you so much, guys. We love you, but of course, lest we forget, it is the weekend, baby. What you got for us?
All right, we've got 3 gigs happening out here in Johannesburg. We'll start off with our Rugby 7s, Varsity 7s. We're very much involved with that. That kicks off today and ends tomorrow. We've got all of our DJs playing there. We're also going to be broadcasting from there. Entrance is only 20 Rand, and that's happening at the Pirates Club. So make sure if you're in Johannesburg, you come pay us a visit. Then, also a huge weekend out here in Johannesburg, Rage Expo. Ticket program. If you're a gamer into anything technology-wise or geeky, make sure you pay us a visit. 150 Rand will get you in, and you'll learn everything that's going on at the moment. That's the Rage Expo. And then, if that's not for you, you just want to laugh a bit, the Lyrics Theatre, Gold Reef City, proudly colored comedy. It only costs you 335 Rand, and that sounds like a lot, but that's for the great seats. You can also pay 150 Rand for the cheap seats, and that is on Sunday, the 7th of October. It's going to be silly. You don't want to miss that.
As you said, the cheap seats, a picture of Joey Rasdin came onto the screen laughing condescendingly at all of us. That does sound amazing. So we got something for you down here in the Western Cape, and it doesn't get much bigger or better than Rocking the Daisies, baby. I know so many of your team are down here. Mr. Nick Hammond is going to be doing a lot of content for you guys while he's down here. South Africa's award-winning music and lifestyle festival, back for another weekend of nothing short of epic music and good vibes. If you don't already have your tickets, get them now. They're selling fast. You can head down to Darling, the Darling town that is Darling, for what will be a legendary music lineup. And that's between $595 for the cheap seats. Don't laugh, Joey Rasdin. And $895 will get you the VIP treatment. And that's coming. That starts today, runs until Sunday. Get in there. It's a full weekend. Guys, I love you. Can I ask you can I get an emotional hoorah just for me, please? I actually do feel, I do feel a lot better. That's what's happening across the land this weekend.
Oh, we are just reminiscing about the craziness that happened yesterday. Chef Tash was going on about our high heel dancing.
Steve, I can't even go that down.
The way Tabiso rocked that heels yesterday was insane. It was absolutely insane. Chef Tash, thank you very much for joining us this morning. It's a Friday, 8 years and 1 day old. That's what we're officially at. Good to have you part of the family as well, Chef Tash.
Thank you so much.
So it's Braai Friday. The weekend is here. We're going to be lighting those fires. I'm certainly going to be lighting those fires.
Yes.
But if you want to make something nice, an accompaniment to whatever you are braaiing, how about this? A mushroom rice. And we're making it on the braai, which is amazing.
Something very different to what you normally have as an accompaniment to your normal braai. So
yeah,
today,
just a variation from the braai broodjie, you know?
Yes, yes.
And look how beautiful it looks.
It looks amazing. You can even have this on its own, actually.
I know, it's a meal on its own. Right, so let's put it together. So we're using the portobello mushrooms.
Yes, we're
from
using
Woolworths.
Yes, button mushrooms, portobello. You can use a
they even have the
variety
brine
of
mushrooms as well.
Yes, yes.
Of course, nicely, beautifully fresh. What I love about the freshness about these kind of vegetables from Woolworths is because of their unbroken cold chain, you know, from harvesting to the shop, which is also incredible. All right, so you got some onions sizzling in there.
We've got some
I'm kind of like peeking over your shoulder what you are doing.
We've got some onions going on
what
here.
What else can I give to you?
We've added garlic. Please give me, we are going to put in thyme.
Okay.
We are going to put in the flat parsley, as well as, thank you so much.
Get some flat parsley.
Yes.
Let's get everything in there. All right, so basically, obviously, adding the herbs will bring that flavour, that beautiful flavour that you have as well.
It's going to create a nice freshness, and it's going to add to some green there.
Yes.
Please give me the mushrooms.
Oh, the mushrooms. Here we go. Perfectly. Now they're the sliced ones already. Hard work's taken out. Right.
So we are going to wait for this to brown a little bit. It's sizzling along.
Yeah, but you just got to be patient with these kind of things, you know.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
a braai. You never rush a braai.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Please pass the spinach for me.
There we go. I don't know how much you want to put in there, but you go for it.
I'm healthy. I like being healthy, so
Look, it's going to wilt anyways.
It's going to wilt, and it's going to create a nice green. And, okay. You don't want to overcook it. You don't want it to be too limp.
So would you essentially wait for the mushrooms to at least kind of just get cooked a little bit more before you put the spinach?
Yes, because we are going to add this mixture into our rice, which is already cooked. Remember, you just need to cook your rice as per the instructions on the packet. And if you're using, I see we're using that beautiful rice, you don't even need to strain it. You need to steam it.
Okay, so you steam your rice. Yes. I see you still have some grated cheese and some zest on the side. Does that also go in there?
It goes in here. We are going to put the zest in here.
Okay, let's put the zest in there.
Thank you. And then what we are going to do is after this, after the mushrooms have browned a little bit, we are going to mix this with the rice, and then we are going to put in the cheese for that nice gooiness. And as you can see there, you top it with you shave your cheese on
Parmesan.
top. Parmesan.
Parmesan.
The it factor.
Delicious. The keyword is Woolworths. SMS that to 33728 to get your hands on the recipe for our mushroom rice. I think it's a brilliant accompaniment to whatever it is you're going to be braaiing this weekend. Light those fires and try out this recipe. I think it's great, flavorful with the thyme in there as well with the zest. I think it's absolutely amazing. The keyword Woolworths to 33728. You can check it out on our website as well. That's expressoshow.com. Sorting you out with some delicious recipes to your braai. All right, so while we wait for these guys to brown and for the spinach to wilt a little bit, if you've missed any of the steps, it's a really easy recipe that will take you no time to create. Here's a look at those steps once again. Hey, and there you have it. The keyword is Woolworths, Esmazatu 33728. Such a jolly little song that was. We're looking at those steps again. Woolworths to 33728, or also check it out on our website, expressoshow.com. If you send that SMS, it'll take you to the website. But what I really love is this, this rice from Woolies, white basmati rice. It says ready to eat in 90 seconds. Just heat and eat. This is my kind of rice. It is my kind of rice.
This is a rice for a working person. Whether you're a working mom, dad, and you are a bachelor, you don't need to do much in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Woolies has got you sorted out.
Absolutely. Chef Tash, thank you very, very much. I mean, it looks delicious. This is something I'm going to pack myself a little bit for lunch a little bit later on. But it looks fantastic, and I do hope that you have a lovely weekend as well.
Too.
Are you
Thank
brying?
you. Definitely.
Oh,
definitely.
good. Just what I want to hear. It's what I want to hear. But of course, we made, it's a real plant-based recipe that we made on the braai, showing that you can actually do that on the braai.
Yes.
But make vegetables and the star of your braai this summer. It's very, very easy. It'll be a lot more fun than you think because you get some great rewards. Healthy eating comes with that huge reward because if you're a Discovery Vitality member, you'll get up to 25% cash back when shopping for over 1,000 healthy food products at Woolworths. So make sure to look out for the Vitality stamp on their products in-store, online, and also on the app. See, sorting you out with some lekker health. Tash, thank you very, very much. I'm going to dig in with you just now. Woolworths to 33728.
Oh, isn't that just delicious?
You can just smell the wafts. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. We love it.
Well, some inspiration for the weekend. But before the weekend, we have to tell you that it is your last chance to win one of these amazing Samsung Galaxy Note 9 phones valued at 18,000 Rand.
It is a phenomenal device, guys. I mean, I know we've been laying it on thick, but necessarily so because it's so amazing. All you need to do, first of all, to get into the running is go onto our Expresso Facebook page and then comment on the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 post. And you might forget maybe your wallet, and you're likely to not forget your phone with this Samsung Pay. That means that you can pay almost anywhere, which is an amazing feature.
That's right. Well, head on over to our Facebook page, comment on the post with the hashtag Galaxy Note 9, and tell us how you can secure your cards on the Samsung Pay. And go onto our Facebook page, comment now, and of course that's for your chance to enter into the competition. Those T's and C's do apply, and you only have until 12 p.m. today to enter.
Oh, so do it now. This could be a game changer in your life too. 18,000 Rands worth of phone. Come on, man. Come on.
Right, we're going to be taking a very quick break. This man is ready to go. Jules Toria, he's in the house. He's going to bring us some awesome sounds just to sort out those feel-good vibes on your Friday. So stick around, don't miss his performance after the break. And then we also learn about the chemistry of colour with Dylan Tamaj. Of course, we just redid our new lounge area and it looks fantastic. But the colour, what does it mean? What's the chemistry behind it? We'll find out and talk about that after the break. Stick around.
All Expresso presenters and guests fly domestically with Mango. Enjoy outstanding service, online check-in and seat selection. With the widest booking and payment options, Mango is the only airline globally to accept store charge cards as a means of payment. Fly in comfort with ergonomically efficient seats for more legroom. Aboard a fleet of new generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Join the presenters of Expresso and fly Mango.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for joining us. Time to get a little bit silly and laugh at dogs. We love our pets' antics after the traumatizing kids videos that we had. I'm really happy to be changing course now.
Yeah, no, that was really traumatizing. So I think this one is a fun one. I want to introduce you guys to Duncan the dog.
Nice,
He's
thank you.
a miracle dog who can jump over almost anything. He can jump fences. His owner's training him to jump, and he makes his obstacles more and more difficult.
Dog.
But
what can't he jump over?
When it comes to vacuum cleaners, for some reason, Duncan the dog is not having it. He's not having it. The Hoover will not jump over.
He's like, what is this thing?
Except, he's like, he will not jump over the Hoover.
Crazy? Are you mad? But look, it is quite a scary Hoover as Hoover's going. It looks like a flamethrower or something.
That was our clip of a jumping dog scared of a vacuum cleaner.
Now, I've actually encountered this where I've come back home to find one of our pups in really strange places, okay, especially the little one who... Right. For her size, can get into some amazing things. But this I have not ever seen before. A dog sitter called Pam was looking after one of her clients' beagles when Pam walked downstairs to find this.
I'm ready for breakfast.
Yeah, please, thank you.
How cute.
If it had a bib on, then it would have been like, whoa, really impressive. But it's the look of expectation.
How did Puppy get in there?
We don't know.
That's the question.
Puppies and
it's
cats
also like Duncan.
Do you think it clicked itself in?
That would be a first. But listen, speaking of first, we've all had, you know, the first time you had to try something, whether it was going to the dentist, riding a bike, or maybe falling off the bike.
Okay.
But animals, they have firsts too. So we've come across some interesting photographs of animals for the first time. So meeting little kittens for the first time. This big dog.
Oh my goodness. It's a zombie apocalypse.
We have more. Meeting a baby for the first time. Look at this cat's reaction.
Wow.
What is this human?
I love it.
Where's the rest of the hair?
Brilliant.
And the first time seeing
kangaroo.
a kangaroo.
What is that?
What is that? So funny.
Oh man, we gotta love dogs. Gotta love animals.
Oh man, that's made my day. Definitely not traumatizing. So everyone's going to be thinking their dogs are really boring and mundane. But if you've got some cool pictures, videos of your pets behaving weirdly, we'd love to see it. And of course, let us know what hashtags, what stories, what posts are grabbing your attention and trending on your timelines. Share them with us on our timelines on Facebook, Twitter, and as always, use the hashtag Expresso Show, and you can do exactly the same when you talk about our next artist and his performance, because we've got something special on our way. Our musical guest today is coming up, and he is oh so talented. He's an incredible guy, Jules Toria. First up, he is performing undoubtedly one of my favorite, if not my favorite songs. It's been performed by many. It's a cover of the Leonard Cohen classic, Hallelujah.
I heard there was a secret chord David played and it pleased the Lord. No, but you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, what you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight, it overthrew you. And she tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew a hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I walked this floor. You know, I used to live alone. It's before I knew you. And I seen your flag on a marble arch. Love is not a victory march. It's a God and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Suddenly everything else just fades away. Dude, that was awesome, bro. Thank you so much. One of my favorite songs, undoubtedly. And I can see how much you really love performing that, man. Thanks for giving us a taste of your artistry, I think is the best way to describe that. You can let us know what you thought of that performance. He's going to be here all morning. Jules, thank you so much, dude, for that. That was really, really special. Let's get back into our official duties with the news.
7 o'clock, let's take a look at your news headlines. In your national news this morning, emergency services were on the scene at the Van Riebeeck Park station near Kempton Park on the East Rand till late last night after a train collision during a rush hour left 320 passengers injured. Metro Rail Gauteng spokesperson Lillian Mofokeng said 32 commuters suffered serious but not critical injuries. She said the one train travelling from Johannesburg Park Station to Pretoria collided from the rear with another train which was faulty and stationary at Van Riebeeck Park Station. A board of inquiry would be instituted to determine the cause of the accident. And the financial sector has pledged 100 billion rand over the next 5 years to support black businesses as the country battles to boost growth and reduce unemployment, President Cyril Ramaphosa announced yesterday. Addressing the Jobs Summit in Midrand, Ramaphosa said much needed to be done to lift the economy out of its slump, which led to a recession in the second quarter. The summit, the third of its kind, is a collaboration between business, labour and government and aims to find ways to address the country's stubbornly high unemployment rate, currently standing at 27.2%. In making your international news this morning, the battle has intensified against cross-border crime between Mozambique and Mpumalanga. Law enforcement agencies operating along the Mpumalanga border have called on communities to help identify illegal activities in their respective areas. Members of the South African National Defence Force recently recovered 7 stolen vehicles en route to Mozambique. A Mozambique national was arrested, but others fled. Joseph Mabuza of Mpumalanga Community Safety Liaison said there's a syndicate operating between the two countries, which has its sights particularly set on stealing bakkies and SUVs. And NATO Security General Jens Stoltenberg yesterday warned Russia to halt its reckless behavior after Netherlands announced it had foiled the Kremlin cyber attack on the global chemical weapons watchdog. Dutch officials publicly identified 4 men suspected of being Russian military intelligence agents behind a bid to hack the organization for the prohibition for chemical weapons in The Hague. The news came as Britain, who helped in the Dutch investigation, and Australia said Moscow was to blame for a string of recent high-profile cyber attacks on civilian bodies around the world. And that's where we leave your news headlines for now. We'll bring you up to speed with those headlines in half an hour's time.
Pride is on the line in rugby this weekend as Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus has made 3 changes to the Springbok starting lineup for their Rugby Championship clash against New Zealand tomorrow. Damien Lendy returns from injury, replacing Andre Esterhazen at inside centre. Francois Lowe starts at number 8 with Asiko Mbozo Noche dropping back down to the bench, while Stephen Kitsoff is back in the front row. Tomorrow's match at Loftus kicks off at 5 minutes past 5. Then in football, it was a clean sweep for Kaizer Chiefs at the ABSA Premiership Awards for September, with Giovanni Salinas winning Coach of the Month, while Karma Billiot was named Player of the Month. Chiefs securing 9 points from their 4 league games in September thanks to wins over Cape Town City, Free State Stars and AmaZulu, with Billiot scoring twice and providing 2 assists. So the Chiefs are in league action tomorrow as they tackle Polokwane City. Elsewhere, we've got Pirates facing AmaZulu, while Sundowns will battle Wits. Staying with football, Arsenal made it 2 wins from 2 in the Europa League as they beat Karabakh FK 3-0 in Azerbaijan last night. Goals from Socrates, Rowe and Benduzi, sealing all 3 points for the Gunners. That keeps them top of Group E with 6 points. So Arsenal now turn their attention back to the Premier League as they face Fulham on Sunday. Also in action, Chelsea tackle Southampton, Man United face Newcastle, and of course a big one, Liverpool up against Man City. That's 1 plays 2. And our feature game on 3 tomorrow, it's Leicester up against Everton. Our coverage starting right here on SABC 3 at 3:30 tomorrow. And then finally in cricket, the Proteas could seal that whitewash series victory over Zimbabwe tomorrow. That's if they win the 3rd and final ODI in Paarl. South Africa already hold a 2-0 lead in the series thanks to a 5-wicket win in that first ODI in Kimberley and then a 120-run victory in the second in Bloem. So tomorrow's final showdown between the Proteas and Zimbabwe gets underway at Willam Park at 1 o'clock. And of course, we know that the 2018 T20 League is coming. We've got some massive news to reveal just after 8 o'clock this morning, so you better stay tuned.
Well, on that note, let's take another look at the roads, starting off in Gauteng in Bellville. Now, on the N1, in fact, that's Cape Town, on the N1 outbound, before there's roadworks before Durban Road, and it's causing that right lane to be closed. You can expect heavy traffic. Now we move over to Gauteng, where in Innerdale, there's protest action happening, and Innerdale Road, that's Town Road and James Street, is causing delays in the area. Please make use of an alternative route this morning. That's where we leave your traffic, but looking at your weather, we just want to say thank you to the beautiful sunrise photos coming through. A special thank you to Barbara Hall, who sent us this amazing orange skyline from Constantia in Cape Town, where you can expect pleasantly warm conditions reaching a high of 28. On that note, let's take a look at all of the temperatures across the country. Polokwane, your minimum for today is 7, your maximum 25. Mbombela 8:24, Pretoria 10:25, Johannesburg 9:24, sunny conditions in Mahikeng 11 with a high of 27, Klerksdorp 8:27, Kimberley 10 reaching a high of 28. Bloemfontein 6:25, Richards Bay 11:23, Pietermaritzburg 8 with a high of 22. If you're in Durban 15:22, Mthatha 7:25. If you're in East London 14 reaching a high of 24. If you're in Cradock 8 is your minimum, 29 your maximum. Port Elizabeth 14 reaching a high of 21. If you're in George 12:23, Sutherland 7:25, Cape Town 15 reaching a high of 28. If you're in Worcester, a low of 10 can be expected, a high of 30, Springbok 16:33 and Uppington 16 reaching a high of 32 degrees Celsius. We'll have another weather update for you in half an hour.
Right, so we're going to take a break. I feel like I need to refuel. Princess?
Look at the both of us do. Just like
yeah, I know.
on this
Just loitering, I think is the term. Those croissants are calling my name. Can I get a croissant, please, my dear?
Oh, that'd be lovely. That'd be lovely. You can grab me one there as well. Thank you, Princess. Listen, stick around. We're going to be taking a very quick break. Lots more to come after the break.
Indeed. Of course, the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 has been blowing our minds with some incredible features. We're going to chat to Mops and Masachaba about how they utilize this game changer in their very busy lives.
And so should you. You should unbox it because mine is always
coming,
on hand.
buddy.
I'm
It's
just
coming,
saying.
dude.
I'm just saying. It's here. It's here. No. Then we're also going to be taking at the psychology of colour and how the effects of it, how does it work out on your psyche and what it does. It's very, very interesting after we redid our lounge area. It looks absolutely amazing. Dylan Tamaj is in the house. We're going to chat to him after the break, picking his brain a little bit.
There we go. Go. You can have the big one, dude.
Thank you very much. Can I? Ooh, they're nice.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Friday. Now, I'm going to talk to the ladies here. Wouldn't you just... I'm going to let you just absorb that for a few seconds. So, fellas, sorry, we had a few sound technical issues there, but we are back on track. So now, guys, I'm going to speak to you as well. Wouldn't it be easier to grab that coffee on the go from the gym to the office without having to search for the cash or your cards or misplace your wallet anywhere? Well, the team at Samsung, they definitely agree. And with Samsung Pay, cardless and cashless transactions are now a reality. Masechaba Ndlovu, actress, producer, presenter, and radio personality, put Samsung's Pay to the ultimate test using the Galaxy Note 9 as she embarked on a skincare spoil to show us just how simpler, safer, and easier Samsung Pay is to use almost anywhere.
Hi everyone, my name is Masechaba Ndlovu, and one of the things I love to do is to take care of my skin. So I make regular visits to Dr. P. Let's go. Judy, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you.
Looking great.
Thank you. Well, it's thanks to you guys. Dr. P, good to see you again. Good to see you.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
All right. How's your day been?
It's been quite busy. Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah. A couple of new clients, which is lovely.
So, what are we doing today?
So today, what we're going to do for you is a little bit of a peel, nice one, which is a beautiful skin rejuvenation treatment. You know how we remove the top layer of the dead skin cells, and we'll also do a little bit of the skin booster, which is the hyaluronic acid that we inject into your skin, and it's going to make you look fresh and young, which is beautiful.
Yay! Thanks, Judy. That was awesome. One of the things I love about the Note 9 is the Samsung Pay. It's so cool. So I don't have to carry a wallet or cards anymore, and making a transaction is just as simple as 1, 2, 3. There we go. Thank you, Judy. Have a great day.
The Note 9 is a game changer with more power than you need. But why have a remote control for a phone? That's why. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need until you need it.
There you have it. We've just seen Samsung Pay makes it easy to get what you need when you need it with its convenient and it looks very simple way to make mobile payments, and it works at virtually any retailer where you can tap or swipe. So we're joined by Masechaba now this morning to talk us through her shopping experience with Samsung Pay. And just to look gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so good to be here.
You look beautiful this morning, man.
Thank you.
And I don't mean that like you don't always look gorgeous, but you are just shining today. So I love that.
You just love me too much.
I really do love you too much. And we've been loving the Note 9. I know everyone thinks that we gush over this phone, because, but it really is, it's kind of, it just feels like a quantum leap forward in terms of what we can do, not just from a phone's features, but the lifestyle elements built in.
Oh man, you know, for me personally, this is not, it's not a phone, it's not a cell phone, it's a life and business partner, you know? You know what I'm saying? I mean, for me, especially coming from the perspective of a technophobe, honestly, like I cannot, never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that there would come a time when my cell phone would replace my debit cards, my credit cards, hell, my entire purse. So as a broadcaster, as a businesswoman who's always on the move.
As a shopper.
Simplicity and convenience are everything.
And safety as well. I know for me, I've loved the kind of security measures that are placed in all the Samsung devices. But now when you start combining that with banking, talk us through Samsung Pay. How does it actually work from your experience as a technophobe?
I mean, as a technophobe, just to be able to access banking facilities through my Galaxy. My Galaxy is everything to me because I'm able to then go shopping, I'm able to buy my children toys, I'm able to do things in less than 1 minute. I can securely make a transaction, I can make a payment, and I don't even have to use any of my cards. I don't have to carry my bag with me if I don't want to. So it really is quite convenient, and it really just brings my life together.
Talk us through the process from the beginning. How do you load your cards? How do you make those payments?
So basically, you need to either have an Absa or Standard Bank account, and then from there, you would load your card onto the cell phone. Now, the wonderful thing about using the device as opposed to using your card is that because it's electronic, then the card number actually changes after every single transaction. Wow. And that this is an added security feature. The fact that, you know, there are multiple forms of security for your phone, where it's not just the fingerprint identification, it identifies your iris. You know, there are processes. It is almost impossible to get hacked into. So
and the Galaxy Note 9... those eyes are unique today, girl.
The Galaxy Note 9 really, for me, is the future.
It is. It's a massive leap forward. Were there any kind of stores or anything that you battled to pay with? Did you hit a roadblock?
I mean, not at all. It was all smooth sailing, and it literally took me just a couple of minutes to get everything set up. And as soon as we had set it up, it was just, you just go. You go.
You just go. I love it. I'm looking at my device.
Yeah.
Right there, and I'm like itching to get my hands on it. It really is a game changer. In terms of the other features and stuff, have you enjoyed kind of exploring, having a little bit of fun with the phone?
Yeah, so you know, aside from being a presenter, I'm a television producer. So generating content is everything to me. Now, the S Pen is one of my favorite features, right? The fact that I'm able to control my narrative by, for instance, you're able to place this phone at a distance. When you have that pen in your hand, there's a tiny little inconspicuous button on the pen that you can just click, and you can take yourself a picture from any distance. And this is absolutely incredible because I'm able to do things that I previously wasn't able to do with any other device.
I mean, for me, I'm finding I'm using my laptop a lot less now because I can do just so much more through the device. It's amazing. You look amazing. I can see that you, because I was born on the wrong side of the digital divide, so I'm always like weary of new technology, but it's becoming easier and easier, and I think most importantly, safer as well.
Absolutely.
So, Master Chaba, I'm sorry that we have to put you through a hell like that, having to go out and shop and do these things for us.
Oh, man, someone has to do it. I mean, really, thank you.
Thank you for taking one for the team. We love you, and again, you just look amazing. Please post as many pictures as you can this morning, and use that. The aperture on the phone does well in this kind of life.
And for all those boyfriends who are tired of taking their girlfriend's pictures, now you
do it herself.
Just get her a Galaxy Note 9, guys.
It really is worth it. No more kind of selfies of you half running into the picture as you try and time that run. But I think Master Chaba has proven to us that this really is a simple and very safe option. The ease of Samsung Pay on the Galaxy Note 9 device really is a game changer as well. So we're such fans of the game-changing phone and how and what it can do that we cannot wait to share one with you. In fact, we are giving away one today, valued at over 18,000 Rand. So all you got to do is go onto the Expresso Facebook page, comment on the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 post. It's there, very visible. And you, of course, might forget your wallets, but you will never forget your phone, not when it's a phone like this. And with Samsung Pay, that means that you can pay almost anywhere. So comment on the post with hashtag Galaxy Note 9 and tell us how you can secure your cards on hashtag Samsung Pay. All of those terms and conditions are available on our website. And you have up until 12 p.m. today, so get on it. You could be winning this incredible device.
Now, we all have our favorite colors and we daydream about painting our walls at home and really transforming this space. But have you ever considered how a color can affect your mood and how different colors can have different effects in the various rooms around your home? Now, this morning, we are joined by interior designer, one of my favorites, Dylan Tomage, who is here to share the beautiful chemistry of colors and Durham Smart Paint. They've sent us this amazing color wall with all of their amazing colors to help us with our discussion today. Dylan,
absolutely.
Welcome back. back.
Good to have you, man. Good to have you. I'm loving that we're talking about colour and the effects thereof on the human psyche. I mean, it's very, very interesting and something I'm sure you know a lot about. But of course, when it comes to paint, it's so much more than just covering a wall. You got to put some thought into it. It means different things. It can make you feel different things. You can walk into a house, you can feel exhilarated, you can feel energized just by looking at a colour. But why is it? Why does colour affect us so much?
So I think the beautiful thing about colour is it does evoke either a good emotion or a bad emotion. So it either makes you feel really excited or really sad. And the whole point of it is just to be in a space that actually makes you feel where you want to be.
Now, does that mean the same colour will have the same effect on me? So will pink make them feel as happy as it does me?
But sorry, I really do think so. I think there's a general consensus of how colour affects most people.
Okay.
But then again, we all have our personal colour. Exactly. So, which is really important, right? So that you actually love either navy or red or something like that, which is great.
So it doesn't necessarily affect everyone the same way.
Not at all, not at all. But there is the science behind the chemistry of colour, which actually says most people prefer blue as a calming colour or yellow as a more uplifting colour.
Okay.
But I mean, for most people, if you're going to be painting your bedroom like a bright red, you know, that will most certainly not have a calming effect and, you know, doing you sleep. And that's most people, I'm sure.
Exactly, and especially in the bedroom, because that's exactly where you don't want it to be so vibrant. You want it to be a lot more calmer, it's more serene, and go for more neutral tones, which I think is a lot better.
And I was sharing a personal story with Dylan a little bit earlier on when I was living in Hong Kong many years back. In their metros and the subways, you know, there's so many people that uses it every single day, and they need to facilitate movement. So they paint the colours of the metro, of the subway walls outside when you get out, like an off weird colour. And I've learned it facilitates people not wanting to be in that space and just get people moving. And it's a psychological trick, which is amazing, and just show the effects of colour as well. So we're talking about, let's take two spaces in the room, the kitchen and the bedroom. Let's focus on the kitchen first and foremost. What would you say would be a good colour for a kitchen, if you think about it?
So the kitchen's the heart of the home, in my opinion. So I think a kitchen should feel very vibrant and very energetic. So using like pale yellows, some oranges, terracottas, those sort of colours that are uplifting would be a good colour choice for a kitchen.
My best friend, her kitchen, and the reason they bought the house was because no one wanted it because the kitchen was bright red, but the cabinets and everything was bright red. Now, in contrast to the bedroom, you said earlier calming tones, but do you mind showing us, like, when you say calming tones, this for me is still calming, but what is calming for you?
So I don't think that's calming according to the chemistry of colour.
Okay.
Well, for Zoe it is.
So calming tones would be your navies, your stone colourways, your greys, which I think is really important as well, and that just evokes the right sense of serenity.
Yeah, and it's important to get that, you know, that colour is just right, because as you say, it might not be your favourite colour, but it can facilitate a feeling. Now, when it comes to painting a room in your house, whether it being the kitchen or the bedroom, the bathroom, whatever it is, does it come down to your favourite colour? Does it really? Because, I mean, people, this is the thing that I battle with the most, is choosing a colour if I want to paint. It is, I can imagine Zoe, because, I mean, the indecisiveness here is real.
I know that one. So she'll go for really bright. So I think it also depends on which room you paint. So let's consider that. So once you choose the room, see what you want out of the room, and then look at the right colour from that would actually associate with, so like the kitchen, which would be warm tones, the bedroom, which would be cool tones, which would be a lot more calming. But if you do have a favourite colour, maybe use that as an accent wall. So don't just go balls to the wall with this, but really just do it in a very subtle way.
How popular are accent walls nowadays in terms of, you know, creating different, unique spaces in the home?
So I do think a lot of people are doing it, because I think it does evoke that sense of creating your favourite space.
And edginess.
Sure. Yeah. I'm not a fan of it personally, but I do think it's a great way to just make your space feel a little bit fresher and newer, and you can change it every season, which is great, right?
Yeah.
You see?
It certainly is great. Well, listen, I've learned a lot. Thank you so much for educating me on what the calmer colours are. But Dylan, thank you for joining us. Thank you for always, you know, being so professional and helping us out. I mean, he used all of his brain smarts, and you were really, really hands-on involved with redoing the beautiful studio that we have.
And it looks okay. It does, Dylan. It looks okay.
It's really, really average.
No, it looks gorgeous, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Dylan. Tomage and Durham, they have over 1,200 interior and exterior colours to choose from. So whether you're hoping to create a relaxed and a calm mood, or something more playful, energising and passionate, Durham has the perfect colour to set the right mood and reflect your personal style.
Paint so smart, you'll style your life around it. You might even choose your dog to match your home. Durham, the paint that's made smart to look smart.
Thank you, team. We're going to take the quickest of breaks. Then one of our favorites, Mops, says, yeah, he's going to unpack this Galaxy Note 9 for us just a little bit more, how he uses it in play, in business as well. Safer, securer, simpler. It is an amazing device. Then She's So Raven, and She's So in South Africa at the moment. Raven Symone is here previewing Raven's Home, her latest new edition on the screens, and she's connecting with her South African fans. We'll see you in a moment.
The Note 9 is a game changer with more power than you need until this happens.
Flight 291 has been delayed.
And you need a charge. And all the plugs are taken in. Oh, well, there you go. But why have a remote control for a phone? That's why. And who needs a terabyte of storage?
We got it? No.
Unless... Right. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need until you need it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome to it. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for joining us. We just can't wait to get into more of these incredible features of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. And we are so amazed by this game-changing phone that we've decided to put it to the ultimate test with some of our absolute favorites. And they've done a pretty good job. So with the help of Mops Maponyane, we're going to show you some of the incredible features that really do change the game with the Note 9. To explain just how it's going to work, Mops will give us a little bit of a rundown and a demonstration. Welcome, my brother.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm awesome, guy, and great to connect with you always. But you know, it's always with a light note of jealousy, because part of your job these days is testing out these incredible devices. I know you have a relationship with the brand, so you've really got to put your money where your mouth is and make sure that it actually delivers.
Yeah.
Talk me through your experience with this phone, just in a general sense, quickly. What's really leapt off the page for you?
So it's really been phenomenal for me. You know, it's no secret that I'm a fan of the brand already, and we have a great relationship. But it really is an incredible device, and it really is, as they say, a game changer in more ways than one. But for me, you know, three things have been pretty important about how it's stepped up. You know, what makes it different? You know, if you're going to keep changing phones so many times, how are you really going to make it better each time? And I think what I really appreciate is how they've listened to the users about how important the performance, well, in fact, let's speak about the battery, how important the battery is. We always want a phone that's going to last us a full day of usage at least. And especially with you and I, Graham, when we use our phone so much on social media, on videos, whatever it might be.
I work through my phone now.
Exactly. And how many times do you charge it a day? You know, I mean,
exactly.
But now now you have the Note 9, you can use it the entire day, no matter how hard you push it. And that's because unlike most phones, it's got a 4,000 milliamp hour battery life. And that just pushes you all the way through, and charging only once a day, and you're in good stead.
It is a multifaceted tool, I think, as well. You have very multifaceted life. How much are you doing through your phone now? Like, my poor little laptop sits there like, come on, remember me. But it really does offer you such a range of things. And with the S Pen, it's just another dimension. I didn't realize how much I needed the pen until I got it.
So it's actually so funny that you say that because, you know, I was looking at my tablet the other day and I was like, I'm so sorry I've neglected you.
What's a tablet?
Exactly. I mean, now that you have these...
Sorry, that was rough.
Now that you have these, or Note 9, there's no really that much use for those anymore because everything is packed into this. You know, you're not really using your laptop much anymore. You know, I run a couple of businesses as well, so I do my presentations on this, and you can click through your presentations using the S Pen because now it's Bluetooth remote control. Chaba mentioned earlier that, you know, she loves it because you can take the selfies with the S Pen, which is a great feature too. You can take the selfies from a distance.
You enjoy a selfie as well, but come on, don't just out her like that. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
It definitely helps, so you don't have this, you know, this arm trying to get the finger over. But no, the S Pen for the keynote presentations is really cool. I love the fact that, you know, obviously you click through your live messages, you can do your quick on-screen memos. But I also really like that if you're doing like a video, for example, right, and you are recording a video, you know, a lot of time people set up the video and then they walk back.
Yeah, I know, you've got to edit it yourself. Yeah,
press play, run back, and then, but now you can actually set the video up and then press play on your S Pen and start the video. When you want to play music from a distance and pause it, you can just use your S Pen as a remote control to press pause or play. Or if you double click it or keep your finger on it, it will actually play to the next track. And it's just small things like that actually make such a big, convenient difference. And it's something that means quite a lot to me. And also when you pack a phone up, performance is really important for me as well. I think
it's one thing giving you all of these wonderful features, but when you start utilizing them, you need the phone to be able to do that. And when you're storing presentations, when you're storing massive video files, that's something that I didn't realize how much content I need to store. How much do you curate in a day? How many videos and photos and presentations do you use? And can the phone stand up to that amount of content?
I mean, what's great is that that's not even a thing anymore. You know, it's not even a worry for the phone anymore. I think of just how much more you can push it now. I mean, for gamers, something like this is just an absolute...
You play Fortnite?
I don't, but I really want to get into it more.
I'm getting into it now because of the phone.
Because I've seen how addictive it is, and we already have all these other apps that are really addictive, and I can't get into something that's going to take up more of my time, but it looks like it's so much fun.
Give it a try.
But I'm definitely going to give it a go. But I've seen just how intense the performance is on that. But on the daily usage, you know, you've seen how phones over time start to lag, and that lag starts to kick in. But you know, you got a 10 nanometer processor. You know, you look at a lot of the devices, and they use that Snapdragon 845 processor in this as well. If you have the basic storage level of 128 gigabytes, you've got a 6 gigabytes of RAM in it. But if you've got the 512 of storage, you've got 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is just absolutely ridiculous.
I'd like to compare that to a laptop or a PC from like 5 years ago. Dude, thank you so much. I mean, we've already touched on the Samsung Pay as well and how that makes it safer and more convenient. Buddy, thank you for putting this to the test.
Thank you very much.
Tough life, as I said to Mr. Chava, tough life you've got. I know you guys work incredibly hard, so this, for me, gets me really excited. When you're running businesses, when you're doing presentations, when you're signing contracts and sending scans, you can do it all from your own little business unit. So, of course, we want you guys to win. We have got an incredible phone to give away just for you. So you've got to go onto the Expresso Facebook page, comment on the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 post, and please don't forget, you know, we've got until midday today to get in there. So we've been focusing on Samsung Pay. We might forget our wallets, yes, maybe it doesn't cut a nice line in your skinny jeans, but you're not going to forget your phone anywhere. And we want you to comment on our post with hashtag Galaxy Note 9 and tell us how you can secure your cards with hashtag Samsung Pay. And it really is quite simple, but get onto the page, find out and make a post. Terms and conditions can be found on our website. And as I said, this closes at 12 p.m. today, so get on it. You could be winning this game-changing device. So, Mops, thank you so much, dude.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate you coming through and putting this to the test, but also the depth that you've gone into looking at it from both angles. And for me, the amount of times in my own job where your phone becomes essential because I'm operating on the fly, we live in real time. It's not like you can put everything on pause. You've got to do it.
Absolutely. And I honestly just want to say, like, something like this, when we can go into the detail that we can go into, we're essentially tech geeks, and we know we love that kind of stuff. But if there's one thing I'd really encourage for people when they get a device such as the Note 9, is to really figure out all the things that you can do in it, because once you start to figure out and unlock all those incredible features, I promise you it makes things so much more easier and so much more efficient. And efficiency is prime when you have such a limited time to get things done.
No, completely, man. And in Fortnite, you can get yourself a special Galaxy skin to use, which is amazing. But Mops, we love you. Masatabu, we love you. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you, dude. I don't look a day older than 7. Let's get back into those news headlines.
The Note 9 is a game changer with more power than you need. But why have a remote control for a phone? That's why. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need until you need it.
Oh, what a great morning. So great having Mops and Masachaba on the show. Well, it's now that time of the morning for us to quickly catch up with our morning headlines.
Right, let's get into those news headlines very quickly. Making your national news, emergency services were on the scene at the Van Riebeeck Park station near Kempton Park on the East Rand till late last night after a train collision during a rush hour left 320 passengers injured. 32 commuters suffered serious but not critical injuries. And the financial sector has pledged 100 billion rand over the next 5 years to support black businesses as the country battles to boost growth and reduce unemployment, Cyril Ramaphosa announced it yesterday. He said much needed to be done to lift the economy out of its slump. And making your international news headlines this morning, the battle has intensified against cross-border crime between Mozambique and Mpumalanga. There is reportedly a syndicate operating between the two countries, which has its sights particularly set on stealing bakkies and SUVs. And lastly, NATO Security General Jens Stoltenberg yesterday warned Russia to halt its reckless behavior after the Netherlands foiled a Kremlin cyber attack on the global chemical weapons watchdog. Dutch officials publicly identified 4 men suspected of being Russian military intelligence agents. That's where we leave your news headlines for now. We'll expand on those stories at the top of the hour for the last time.
Quickly flying through those major sporting headlines. In rugby, Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus has made 3 changes to the starting lineup for their Rugby Championship clash against New Zealand, with Damien Dialendi, Francois Lowe and Stephen Kitsoff back in the starting lineup. Then in football, a clean sweep for Kaizer Chiefs at the ABSA Premiership Awards for September, with Giovanni Salinas winning Coach of the Month and the superb Karma Billiet, in incredible form at the moment, named Player of the Month. A little further afield, Arsenal made it 2 from 2 in the Europa League as they beat Karabakh FK by 3 points to 0 in Azerbaijan last night. And in cricket, the Proteas could seal a whitewash series victory over Zimbabwe tomorrow. That's if they win the 3rd and final ODI in Paarl. That match at Gulland Park getting underway at 1 o'clock. We'll touch on those headlines again in a half hour.
Well, let's take another look at the roads in Gauteng in Centurion. There's on the N1 southbound a stationary vehicle. It's after the Brockfontein interchange, currently obstructing that left lane. Please approach with caution. And then moving to Gauteng in Bayard Park, there's been an accident. This is on the N12 westbound between Putfontein and Atlas Road. It's causing that left lane to be blocked. Heavy delays are expected in the area, so please keep a lookout for that. We'll have a final traffic update for you shortly.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defi.
Now, thank you to all of the beautiful sunrise photos coming through, and please continue to do so on our Expresso Facebook page. We want to say a big thank you to Beverly Wilson, who sent us this amazing sunrise from Gordons Bay. In fact, Gordons Bay Harbour in the Western Cape. If you're there today, you can expect warm conditions reaching a maximum of 28 degrees. But on that note, let's take a look at Polokwane. Your minimum for today is 7, reaching a high of 25. If you're in Mbombela, 8 with a high of 24. Pretoria, 10, 25. Johannesburg, 9, 24. Mahikeng, 11, 27. Klerksdorp, 8, 27. Kimberley, 10, 28.
Bloemfontein 6 with a high of 25. If you're in Richards Bay, 11's your minimum, 23 your maximum. Pietermaritzburg 8, 22. It's sunny in Durban, 15 with a high of 22. Mthatha 7 reaching a high of 25. If you're in East London, 14's your minimum, 23 your maximum. Craddock 8 reaching a high of 29. Port Elizabeth 14, 21. George 12, 23. Sutherland 7 reaching a high of 25. Cape Town 15 with a high of 28. It's partly cloudy in Worcester, a low of 10, a high of 30. Springbok 16, 33, and Uppington 16 with a high of 32. That's where we leave your weather. We'll have a final update for you in half an hour.
So we're going to take the quickest of breaks. You can go and recharge your coffee cup, maybe get a croissant for yourself, but hurry straight back. When we return, it's a bumper movie lineup right here on 3. We'll give you all the deets.
Absolutely. If you're looking forward to something to do this weekend, well, that's exactly it. And then remember Raven Symone, from that show, That's So Raven. Yes, well, she's got a brand new project, Raven's Home, and we were there at the premiere. Mosa will take us through what exactly went down. That's all after the break coming your way.
It's sunny out here, eh?
Nice.
Woo.
So you can go in?
Hold up, boys, through my window. Drown me in my the boys through my window, drown me in my sleep. Not a sound, only silence. No one to see me weep. The doors that keep my exit remain forever locked and barred. I can't pass through. Cause there's something wrong, let me see, but it does not let me hold. Feel like I'm losing it all.
Can I get some more verb on the vocals? Thanks.
1, 2.
Yeah, that's cool. That's great, right? Cool. Do you need me to keep going or?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in as we now connect with our international stars. And I think, unfortunately, a saga that has stolen the headlines for far too long as we return to Tinseltown.
That's right. Now, during an episode of her show, which aired on Wednesday, the 3rd of October, the talk show host Ellen DeGeneres revealed that she was sexually abused when she was 15 years old. Now, the 60-year-old shared her experience after being moved by her guest, who's Buzzy Phillips, who recently took to Instagram to reveal she'd been raped when she was 14 years old. Now, what the Cougar Town actress told Ellen is that she decided to share her story. She thought it was time after an incident where Christine Blasey Ford, who said a Supreme Court justice nominee sexually assaulted her. Now, Ellen then revealed that she too was a sexual abuse survivor. And she says, I was 15 and I had something happen to me. Now, if you remember last year during the hashtag #MeToo movement, Ellen added her name to the list of Hollywood figures who've been a victim of sexual misconduct. And this is according to Fox News report. Now, she says, this is a human thing. And it happens in the workplace, it happens in families, it happens all over the world, and we're all the same. And she says we all want the same thing. We want respect and love and kindness, and I want all these three things. And then she made it a little bit lighthearted by saying she wanted a new phone too. But so Ellen decided, you know, she wanted to share with it, and I think a lot of people could relate to Busy's story and when she shared it, and I think she thought it was the perfect opportunity to shed some light.
I mean, if you've seen any of the Supreme Court drama that's unfolding at the moment and how divisive it's been, but it's just absolutely incredible to me that women are being forced into a situation where they've got to come out on the scale to get any hope for justice. Why is it not happening within a legal system? Why are victims pressed into this position in the first place? You shouldn't have to deal with these things on a public platform, but so proud that all of these women are.
I just want to add, because Ellen also said, you know, she gets so angry when someone doesn't believe you or when they say things like, why did you wait so long? She says it's because we are girls and we're taught not to say anything and to just go along with it. And
Also,
I think, you know, regardless of the time period that's gone by since the incident took place, it's never too late to speak out.
And you have to, but for yourself, not for anyone else. As much as we want to stand in solidarity for other survivors of these sorts of things, it's a deeply personal journey that you're going through. So, yeah, thank you so much. So, a very sobering opportunity to see what's happening across the globe. So right now we're gonna add a little bit of a lighter note to our show. Why? Because for over 3 decades now we've loved her. We've seen her grow up literally on TV. Raven Symone is here with a brand new show, Raven's Home, and she has taken the opportunity to connect with her legion, and there are many South African fans.
Growing up as a child star TV darling and maintaining popularity through the spotlight of Hollywood could be a tough job, but not for Raven Symone. Her star shines bright through the Broadway stage, the silver screen, and of course television, as we here to premiere her 2nd season of Raven's Home.
Raven Symone shot to stardom in the late 90s at the age of 3 as a later addition to The Cosby Show. Went on to achieve international recognition in her teens as the titular Raven in That's So Raven, has extended her portfolio as a talk show host on The View, and is continuing Raven's adult story in the spin-off Raven's Home.
I remember That's So Raven. It was a hit in the mid-2000s. So, you know, how does that crowd and this crowd come together with Raven's Home?
Well, I love that question, because what I'm hoping is that the crowd that watched That's So Raven, whether you have kids or not, you can bring your younger family to the table, sit down and watch a show that you remember, and they're learning all at the same time. And that to me brings a family show into existence. And that's what we want to be. We want to be a family show.
How does it feel to, of course, have your international audience now in South Africa?
Can I just say how excited I am to be here? I don't get to leave my country that much because I'm always working, but to come, let my braids down, see everyone here, and see the love and affection, it brings me so much joy.
We love Raven's Home! It's amazing to have someone like Raven come back, because, I mean, we grew up watching That's So Raven. And I guess it's obviously not exactly the same show, but I think in terms of structure-wise, in terms of the comedy of it, it's exactly what we watched growing up. So I like the fact that, you know, with times, we still can actually share something with our kids, because it's very rare for us to be able to do that.
So I love that the show has stories that they can relate to, scenarios that's real, and it's just real, which is what I love.
The story is relatable to everyone. I think whether you're young or you're old or you're a young parent and you're trying to juggle a lot of things, everyone can relate to it. It's hilarious. I think the kids are also just so talented in it too. It's a brilliant cast and a brilliant story for everyone.
Keeping the line between reality and fiction in focus is certainly helpful when it comes to expanding a career in television.
You've done some music, television, production, I mean, stage. You do so much. How have you remained so grounded for 3 decades?
I'm always with my family at some point in time. I have a base group of friends that I've had since I was in elementary school. I paint, and I don't believe in the hype. There's a lot of people who are in the industry, and they are defined by what they have done. I'm defined by if I was nice to someone today, and if they'll be my friend. That's totally different.
What do you have to say to South Africa as a whole about Raven's Home and about you and what you're going to be doing this year, next year, and just moving forward?
Well, to all of South Africa, I hope you watch Raven's Home starting October 8th. And for me, I hope that you follow me throughout my career and other things that I'm doing. And I hope I can visit you soon again. I'm sorry it's taken so long.
I speak on behalf of South Africans and say that we're really happy and excited to be bringing Raven into our home.
Raven's Home, hey?
Yeah.
Were you a fan of That's So Raven?
I loved That's So Raven, and when I saw Raven's Home the first time, I was like, oh my goodness, it's the grown-up version or the older version of That's So Raven. It's
Oh,
very
that's cool though, man,
Yeah.
that she's here and connecting with her fans. And well done, Mosa. Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, talking about things on TV, SABC has got a great movie lineup for you this weekend, starting with After the Sun Fell. This film follows Adam, who arrives at his friend Brandon's childhood home for the weekend. He uncovers a hole in the roof and a dark family secret, the death of a troubled brother nobody wants to talk about. Check it out.
Hey, I should probably warn you that my parents can be a bit neurotic.
The roof, don't get me started with that. I have a whole new vision for this house.
Well, I'd like to give her Grandma Rhoda's ring.
You mean the one she brought from Berlin in her He took the car.
Did the doctor tell him he's not supposed to drive?
Dickie, will you put on your pants?
El Capone Los Discos.
You really don't know.
You know what?
What happened to Travis?
The worst thing that could happen has happened.
A story of love, family, and dealing with grief. After the Sun Fell, Friday at 9:30 on 3. The stage is yours.
You have it, eh?
Don't miss it. That's tonight at 9:30. Now, also on Saturday, SABC3, they have a compelling drama, Rachel Getting Married, and it stars Anne Hathaway. The film follows a young woman who's been in and out of rehab for the past 10 years, who returns home for the weekend for her sister's wedding, where a lot of family issues are about to be unpacked. Here's a snippet of the drama.
We are gathered here to celebrate love, pure and simple. Rachel is pure, Sydney is simple.
Oh, you look great.
Oh, no, I'm so fat. No, you. I would swear to that you were puking again.
Is your sister behaving herself?
Can you smoke here? Yeah. Everyone in the house is looking at me like I'm a sociopath. You don't get to sit around for the rest of my life deciding what I'm supposed to be like.
It's getting closer.
Oh my God! Can we all do this together?
We are one, all of us. And this is how it is in heaven.
Rachel Getting Married, a Saturday at 7 on 3. The stage is yours.
A lot of action to catch tonight and tomorrow on SABC. How
Absolutely.
exciting.
Check it out. That's your weekend sorted if you want to stay indoors and maybe chill out. Maybe you had a hectic week as well, but SABC has got you sorted.
So guys, I really want you to take this on board. It is your last chance to win one of the awesome Samsung Galaxy Note 9 phones valued at 18,000 Rand. All you've got to do is go onto the Expresso Facebook page and comment on the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 post. Now, you might have forgotten your wallet, but you're not likely to forget your phone. It is our most important device. And with Samsung Pay, that means you can pay almost anywhere. So comment on the post with hashtag Galaxy Note 9 and tell us how you can secure your cards with hashtag Samsung Pay. Go onto the page right now, comment, post, and enter. Those terms and conditions do obviously apply, and you have just until 12 p.m. today to do it. So please get on it. You could be winning this game-changing phone.
Well, we are taking a very quick break. Make sure those coffee cups are filled up. We have another performance coming your way from Jules Toria.
Absolutely. That guitar's tuned and he's ready to make those tunes after the break. And then, of course, we also talk T20 action. The SABC brings all the action to your screens this weekend. We'll unpack that for you after the break. Stick around. It's your Friday.
Moving out? Need more room? Scaling down? Private property is a great place to start your search. With thousands of new properties from South Africa's top real estate agents, banks, developers and homeowners. It's the easiest way to find your next home. Search for a home on any device, anytime, anywhere. Search privateproperty.co.za.
Enter the Win a Home competition on privateproperty.co.za and stand a chance to win a brand new, fully decorated apartment at Parterflay Lifestyle Estate, developed by Baldwin Properties, worth over 3 million rand.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been an awesome and quite emotive morning. Thank you very much to this man who has taken us. He's hit us in the fields this morning. A brilliant performance of Hallelujah. You can find him and his band at Bryn Music ZA on Insta and Facebook. Go and check out some of their posts and some of their music. He is going to perform right now for us another emotional track. It's Cotton Mind.
Water pours through my window, drown me in my sleep. Not a sound, only silence. No one to see me weep. The doors that keep my exits remain forever locked and barred. I can't pass through, can't get past you, because this window it let me see, but it does not let me all. Feel like I'm losing it all. Oh. How much longer must we linger same old sin. I can't move on. Could wish I was strong. The black ink that you left for me would stain my cotton mind. Can't get it out. Sad as I've tried. 'Cause this wind, oh, it let me see, but it does not let me hold. Feel like I'm losing it all. Perhaps I'm not meant to be free. Would I be? Perhaps I'm not meant to be free. What I am, what I'll be. Oh, perhaps I'm not meant to be free. What I am, what I'll be. Perhaps I'm not meant to be free. Oh, perhaps I'm not meant to be free. What I am gonna be. What I'll be. Because this window will let me see, but it does not let me hold. Feel like I'm losing it all.
Barriers, man. I mean, I don't want to make light of something that clearly has a lot of depth, a bit of gravitas, I think is the best word there, but I understand the crying face emoji now, dude. That was super. Where do you even come from, man, with a voice like that? That is insane. Thank you so much. He's promised us he's going to lift the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit later this morning. Buddy, thank you so much. You are one of the most unique and talented artists we've had on the show in a long time. We've had some absolute... like stars on this floor, so thank you so much for that. Goosebumps all round. You can let us know what you thought of that performance as we go into our news headlines.
Right, let's get into those news headlines for the last time on your Friday morning, starting with your national news. Emergency services were on the scene at the Van Riebeeck Park station near Kempton Park on the East Rand till late last night after a train collision during rush hour left 320 passengers injured. Metro Rail Gauteng spokesperson Lillian Mofokeng said 32 commuters suffered serious but not critical injuries. She said the one train travelling from Johannesburg Park Station to Pretoria collided from the rear with another train which was faulty and stationary at Van Riebeeck Park Station. A board of inquiry would be instituted to determine the cause of the accident. Then the financial sector has pledged 100 billion rand over the next 5 years to support black businesses as the country battles to boost growth and reduce unemployment. President Cyril Ramaphosa announced it yesterday. Addressing the Jobs Summit in Midrand, Ramaphosa said much needed to be done to lift the economy out of its slump, which led to a recession in the second quarter. This summit, the third of its kind, is a collaboration between business, labour and government and aims to find ways to address the country's stubbornly high unemployment rate, currently standing at 27.2%. Making your international news this morning, the battle has intensified against cross-border crime between Mozambique and Mpumalanga. Law enforcement agencies operating along the Mpumalanga border have called on communities to help identify illegal activities in their respective areas. Members of the South African National Defence Force recently recovered 7 stolen vehicles en route to Mozambique. A Mozambique national was arrested, but others fled. Joseph Mabuza of Mpumalanga Community Safety Liaison says there's a syndicate operating between the two countries, which has its sights particularly set on stealing bakkies and SUVs. And lastly, NATO's Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg yesterday warned Russia to halt its reckless behavior after the Netherlands announced it had foiled a Kremlin cyber attack on the global chemical weapons watchdog. Dutch officials publicly identified 4 men suspected of being Russian military intelligence agents behind a bid to hack the organization for the Prohibition for Chemical Weapons in The Hague. The news came as Britain, who helped in the Dutch investigation, and Australia said Moscow was to blame for a string of recent high-profile cyber attacks on civilian bodies around the world. And that's where we leave your news headlines on your Friday morning.
Standing at the foot of a bumper sporting weekend, we kick off with rugby. Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus has made 3 changes to the Boks starting lineup. That's for their rugby championship clash against New Zealand tomorrow. Damien de Allende returns from injury, replacing Andre Esterhazen at inside centre. Francois Loos starts at number 8 with Sikumbuzo Noche dropping down to the bench, while Stephen Kitsoff is also back in the front row. Tomorrow's match at Loftus kicks off at 5:05. Then in football locally, it was a clean sweep for Kaizer Chiefs at the Absa Premiership Awards for September, with Giovanni Salinas winning Coach of the Month, while Kama Billiat in incredible form was named as Player of the Month. Chiefs securing 9 points from their 4 league games in September thanks to wins by Cape Town City, Free State Stars and AmaZulu, with Billiat scoring twice and providing 2 assists. The Chiefs are back in league action tomorrow as they tackle Polokwane City. Elsewhere, Pirates face AmaZulu while Sundowns battle Wits. Staying with the beautiful game, Arsenal made it 2 wins from 2 in the Europa League as they beat Karabakh FK by 3-0 in Azerbaijan last night. Goals from Socrates, Rowe and Guendouzi sealing all 3 points for the Gunners, and that keeps them at the top of Group E with 6 points. So Arsenal now turn their attention back to the Premier League as they face Fulham on Sunday. Also in action, Chelsea tackle Southampton, Man United face Newcastle, and definitely one of the standout features this weekend, Liverpool up against Man City in 1 plays 2. And of course, our feature game right here on 3 tomorrow. It's Everton up against Leicester. We'll kickstart our coverage here on SABC3 at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. Then in cricket, finally, the Proteas could seal a whitewash series victory over Zimbabwe tomorrow. That's if they win that 3rd and final ODI in Paarl. South Africa already holding a series-winning 2-0 lead in the series thanks to a 5-wicket win in the first in Kimberley, and then that 120-run victory in the second ODI in Bloem. Tomorrow's final showdown between the Proteas and Zimbabwe gets underway at Welland Park at 1 o'clock. And I've been talking about an incredible revelation in T20 cricket, not just for the channel, but I think for the country. Sit tight for those details. They're on the way.
Let's take a final look at the roads this morning in Gauteng and Houghton. On the M1 southbound, there's been an accident. It's before Kalani Bend. All lanes are open, but please approach with caution. And then moving over to Bedford View, there's an accident on the N3 southbound. It's after the Galulis interchange. It's currently obstructing that right lane. Please be on the lookout for that. That's where I leave your traffic, but let's take a final look at your weather.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
We just want to say thank you to the beautiful sunrise photos coming through. We say thank you to Ashley Vermaak, who sent us the beautiful sunrise from Jeffreys Bay. Fatah Khan, who sent us the beautiful sunrise picture taken from Richards Bay. Barbara Hall for your orange skyline from Constantia and Cape Town. And lastly, Beverly Wilson for your amazing sunrise from Gordons Bay Harbour in the Western Cape. If you would love to send your sunrise photo, do so on the Expresso Facebook page. But let's take a final look at what to expect in the temperatures today. Polokwane, your minimum is 7, your maximum 25. Mpumbela 8:24, Pretoria 10:25, Johannesburg 9 with a high of 24. Mahikeng 11:27, Klerksdorp 8:27, Kimberley 10 with a high of 28. It's sunny in Bloemfontein 6:25, Richards Bay 11 with a high of 23, Pietermaritzburg 8:22, Durban 15 also reaching a high of 22, Mthatha 7:25, East London 14:23, Cradock 8 reaching a high of 29. It's partly cloudy in Port Elizabeth, 14 with a high of 21. George 12 reaching a high of 23. Sutherland 7:25. Cape Town 15 with a high of 28. Worcester 10 with a high of 30. Springbok 16:33 and Uppington a low of 16 with a high of 32 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave your weather. I hope you have a fantastic Friday.
So, are you feeling smooth? Are you the smoothest fan to the biggest stars in Mzansi? Well, Tropica is looking for the smoothest fans of some of South Africa's biggest celebrities who will put their skills and celeb knowledge to the test.
So all you have to do is, first of all, buy a Tropica, then follow the entry details on the bottle, select your favorite celeb who you think you know the best, and you could stand a chance of winning thousands, and I'm not joking, thousands of instant daily prizes and your share of 1 million rand.
It's brilliant. Now, Tropica has given away airtime to over 18,600 winners from the start of the competition. So what you need to do, buy Tropica and enter. You could be winning your share of incredibly smooth prizes. There's airtime and cash. Remember, T's and C's do apply, and you can find them on the website tropica.co.za.
Very smooth.
We are taking a quick break. When we get back, the challenges aren't over. Ewan and Graham, they're going to go head-to-head in a soda making challenge. And then, of course, the SABC3, they bring the 2018 T20 League. We're going to get into that after the break.
Science reaches for the truth. Science works for the big and the small, the old and the young. Science never gives up. And science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition for differences you can see, feel, and trust. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Oh, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's such a happy tune because every day millions of people are celebrating their birthday all over the world. So as we welcome today, the 5th of October, we're going to take a quick moment just to take a look at who some of our favorite viewers are that are celebrating their birthday.
Well, all of you are favorite viewers, first and foremost.
I made it sound like we only have
some
a
of
few.
you celebrate your birthday. So first and foremost, Faiza Matthews would like to wish her husband, Fahim Matthews, a very happy birthday today. So for him, happy birthday, my man. Look at that gorgeous family right there, man.
Aww.
5th of October, a day after our birthday as well. That's a special one. And then also, Taya April celebrates her 21st birthday today. Her family would like to wish her well and say, today you receive the key of life. Use it wisely. You are an amazing young lady, and we love you, Tyler.
Like every family gives you that 21-year-old speech of the key of life.
The key of life. I never got that speech.
I did.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Okay, well, also celebrating her birthday today is Elmarie, who's turning 28. Happy birthday, Elmarie. And Mia van Grienen celebrates her 3rd birthday today. In fact, it's coming up this Sunday. And her gummy and her granddad, De Kok, they would like to wish her the best and want to say to her, stay the feisty, cute, lovable girl that you are.
Oh, from Gummy. I like that, Mia. So there's a chocolate cake, there's a sparkle just for you. Luckily, we'll be able to enjoy it because Tabisa's not joining us this morning, so hey.
But, we'll save it for him.
Would we? Will we?
Will you eat it?
Okay. I'll chow it, yes. But would you like us to give you a call for your birthday? Let us know when you will be celebrating your birthday at birthdays@cardova.tv. And don't forget to include your contact details and a picture. And make sure to send us the information ahead of time so we can call your loved ones and make their extra special day very, very special. Aww. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Now, I know it was our show's official birthday yesterday, but I'm kind of feeling like it's my birthday right now. As a fan of cricket and definitely an advocate for the developmental power of what a very good property within the television space can do with the sport of cricket, I've been pumping it up all morning. The arrival of the 2018 T20 League, undoubtedly the biggest T20 League ever hosted in South Africa with a host of global stars, is something that all of us can get excited about and something I think that we can feel very proud of, like two proud parents, the two gents sitting beside me. Of course, CEO of Cricket South Africa, Thabang Moruwe, and Ernest Stoop from SABC Sports. You guys don't even look tired after weeks of hashing this out, of ironing this out. First of all, give yourselves a pat on the back. Well done, gentlemen. The T20 League is here. Hopefully you are taking on board just how big this is. Thabang, maybe I can start with you. Sure. Why is this so big? Why have you fought so hard to bring this all together, faced a lot of challenges, but met them head on? And now we arrive at the point where you guys can announce that it's here, and it's here on 3, on SABC Sports.
Definitely. So for me, Graham, it was very important that we have a league of this nature. One is to obviously help us generate, an additional revenue stream for our players. Our currency is very fluid. So we have players being approached all over the world to play in other leagues, other competitions. So we are a very easy poaching ground. So we thought, let's come up and develop a different league of our own. Brilliant. And work as hard as we can to bring up to the levels of the big bashes of this world, the IPLs of this world, so that we can manage to keep all our stars here and within our shores.
An absolute masterstroke. We've seen it with a few other sporting codes, but it requires a very key partnership with a broadcaster who can bring this all together in a way that doesn't speak to the privileged few, but speaks to the mass market of cricket crazy fans. And we take it very personally when we lose, but we also take it personally when we lose our stars to the bigger, so-called bigger leagues abroad. Ernest, you must have been licking your chops when this first came into being. How is SABC feeling about having this?
Saying it that way, yeah. First of all, happy birthday, Expresso.
Thank you, buddy.
Great to be back here, and can we have a hoorah?
Hoorah! Thank you, buddy. Roger, we love you, man.
Absolutely, indeed, yeah. We are thrilled and excited to have this partnership with Cricket South Africa. We have never done this local domestic cricket before, as you know, so we are absolutely going with all the stops out to make sure that we can give all South Africans the opportunity to see what happens in local cricket. It is massive for us. So like you said already, SABC3 will be the channel of choice on TV, yeah, like they always do. But we've also brought Radio 2000 on board for ball-by-ball commentary. And the first time ever, we've brought Shlobo Wanene on, who's going to be doing 22 matches live. And as we walk and talk, all the radio partners are coming on board from SABC. Actually, when we leave the studio, we're going to Good Hope FM, who's our regional partner in Cape Town as well. So it's amazing stuff for SABC.
And you've taken it to heart that the people need to see something like this to inspire the next generation of young cricketers who we want to hold on to. It all rests on the big-name stars, on the balance of those teams. Are we right in assuming that there are 6 franchises? Where do you sit with the team makeup, and what can we expect from the players and what we're actually going to see on the field, Thabang?
Definitely. So there's going to be 6 teams, all of them city-based. We're hoping that next week we'll announce the team names, the cities that will be hosting, show the colours, their logos. There'll be a whole variety of stars. The Protea players will all be available to play in the tournament. We are still talking to some of the international guys who we had signed from last year already and are available to come through to the tournament, the likes of KP, Chris Gale and them. So it's going to be big-name players that are coming to participate in our league. We're hoping to attract a few more players. The expression of interest as far as players are concerned only closed today, so we'll know by next week exactly which players are available to come participate in this year's edition.
Who doesn't want to come spend summer in SA playing this kind of cricket? Very last question, Ernest. For me, the most exciting part about creating a system of wealth, not just for the players, but around the sport to help it be sustainable. From a broadcast brand commercial perspective, this must be gold. What commercial opportunities have you guys identified?
Absolutely. I think just bringing this league, it's almost like an international global league, a World Cup.
It is,
in South Africa, like you said. So both from a tourist perspective as well as a commercial part for SABC, it's just mind-blowing. The opportunities is overwhelming, and we are definitely going to be grabbing it, and we're going to make sure that we do everything we possibly can with sponsors, but also for viewers and our listeners. So it's going to be phenomenal.
Oh, man, and the beautiful thing is, as much as you guys must feel like this has all been for you, it's not. It's for you, it's for me, it's for the cricket-mad fans in South Africa, fans of a spectacle in sport. It is here. The T20 League has been signed off, and it's right here on SABC3.
Now, for the last couple of weeks, we've been familiarizing ourselves with the new look of the iconic sparkling water-making brand SodaStream. Now, we've got these two lovely machines in studio, and today we're going to explore the vast range of flavors available. We have a challenge set to make our own delicious mocktails, and it's a great way to learn all the tricks of the trade and to show you just how easy it is to make about any sparkling drink in perfect time to fizz up for summer. Now, Ewan and Graham, you guys are going to be put to the test. SodaStream, they have 13 amazing flavors, including their sensational range, which has got the kiwi pear, it's got the iced tea peach, there's also some strawberry over here, and of course they also have their zero sugar range, which is the pink grapefruit. I'm looking at a cranberry, raspberry, a lime flavor. They really have every flavor that you can think of for the taste buds.
Absolutely.
So are you gentlemen ready?
We are ready. I mean, I must be honest, it's hard. With all of these flavors, it's hard to choose which one you're going to go for. But if I have to take a look, I love the fact that there's the no added sugar variety as well, but I'm going to go with a lightly sweetened one this morning. And immediately with the hot summer weather that we're experiencing right now, it's going to be a hot weekend as well. I love a good iced tea, I love a good. So I'm going to go for a peach iced tea. Okay. That's what I'm going to be making.
So Ewan's already got his game plan going.
I've got it.
What is yours?
I love a little bit of like in summer, something that gives me a little bit of extra energy, but that's all about flavor and flavor balance, and it's out there. So I've got to go with
the ginger beer.
You're going to go
ginger beer. It's a classic.
Okay. Is that going to give the?
It's going to give the. It's a classic like me. It's an absolute classic, and I'm going to zhuzh it up. Just
okay. So obviously we have some ingredients here as well, which is great. So we can we just go?
You can garnish. Yes. So I'm going to put a timer on the clock. You guys are going to be. Oh
goodness, do we have a timer?
I want to see who's. I'm going to be the judge at the end of the day.
Zoe, how fizzy do you like your drink?
I like it quite fizzy.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Just checking. I just want to get a
But I do not
up,
judge if you don't make it too fizzy, because
like
it's your drink. Listen, I will taste the flavor combinations and make that call at the end, but we're about to have some fun with these incredible flavors that's available. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yeah, listen to the machine going.
On the clock. 3,
ready to go.
2, 1, let's go.
All right, let's just first and foremost make our fizzy drink here.
Which is great, and it's nice and easy.
Yep. Oh, what am I doing?
How many?
I'm going to put it in right. Hang on.
We're going to give it one extra for Zoe.
Okay, so he's just going with 4. Well, a great amount is 3 to 5, if it depends on how fizzy you want your drink.
Yes, I thought a bit of a balance, so a little bit of a balance.
Yes,
okay.
No, I made mine nicely. Okay.
Yeah.
But first and foremost,
thanks for
oh my goodness, I'm supposed to put the flavour in.
So I'm just going to show you that the very important thing is to remember when you fill up your bottle with water to fill it up to the mark, and that will give you perfect.
Oh my goodness. It's been so long. You know what? As a kid, I used to love doing this.
I want to create a cascade of flavour.
Okay, here we go.
So I'm going to add mine at the end.
Are you?
That in.
So I'm supposed to put the flavour in before I fizz the water. It's been this long.
Oh.
No, but wait.
Wait for the cascade.
So the beauty of this is you can make it any way you want.
That's it.
Okay, I'm going to go for a little extra. If you don't mind. There you go.
Listen, if I can do anything, it's kid-proof. So this is amazing to do with the kids as well. Okay.
Syrups, is that something you're allowed to do in the world?
Absolutely. I'm going to take some blueberries, I'm going to bruise them a little bit, get them in there, they're going to release their flavour as well.
See, there's some rosemary there. How would you have used rosemary in the mix?
Graham, I do think you should have flavoured your
Trust me, girl.
entire water bottle.
ways.
My goodness.
I mean, you don't want too much going through there.
Okay.
Now that, I think,
So
it's
you're
going
done.
to be absolutely amazing.
We still have a few more seconds left.
And with mint, hang on.
Is that how you do it?
That is bruising it. Yes. One more. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Get it in
now
there.
I want to have a taste.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to keep counting down. 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. That's how you count at Expresso time. Okay. Gentlemen.
Oh, all right. That was intense.
Graham, how will you sell your drink to me?
This is a taste of summer. If you need a little in your life, you're going to get it in spades. Have a taste.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to grab a straw.
Thank you.
There we
One
go.
of our reusable paper straws.
There we go. Okay, so this is Graham's.
And it's spelled H-R-R-R-R.
Ooh, you get that perfect ginger beer
Get
taste.
that. See what I'm
It's nice
saying?
and fizzy.
Yeah.
Mm.
With a little balance of lemon.
Can't believe you just made this. Yummy.
So seeing it's hot and it's summery, Zoe, I made this specifically for you. It is as colourful as you as well. And it'll taste absolutely amazing. This is the type of drink that will get different flavours and different dynamics and different levels to this drink with all the different flavour profiles.
A little too hard,
Please try that. No, I'm not trying too hard.
I'm loving all the fruit that I'm
Look
seeing.
at the strawberry matching the dress.
Look, I will give you that there was quite an impressive smash.
It's all in the smash.
Guys, it's tough to choose because all these drinks are so
No, it's
amazing.
not. No, it's not.
There can only be one winner.
Be honest.
There can only be one winner.
Be honest. That's
Guys,
all I'm asking for.
I love a lot of fruit and
Oh,
decorations
you check.
in my drink.
Just one compliment about the dress, and well, then I'm having mine.
You can enjoy it. Listen,
I'm just
enjoy
trying
it.
to wonder who's the better salesperson here.
Wow, man.
Hey,
Listen, you guys are absolutely amazing.
Okay.
Well, while you guys have your bromance, you guys at home, if you want to fizz up your summer with SodaStream, why don't you go out and get your machine now? And you can also stand a chance of winning one of these Spirit SodaStream machines with a range of accessories and 2 syrups. Now to enter, all you need to do is reply to the SodaStream giveaway post that's on the Expresso Facebook page, telling us which SodaStream flavour is your favourite and what ingredient would you pair it with to fizz up your summer. The competition closes on Tuesday, the 9th of October, 2018. That's at 12 p.m. Now, those terms and conditions do apply. You can find them on expressoshow.com. Gentlemen?
Thank you.
I'm in love. I'm in love. I won.
Fizz up your summer with SodaStream.
So we're going to take a very quick break while Ewan gloats over me. You know, well done, buddy. You are quite a fruity character. When we return, of course, we've spoken about The Forgiven, an incredible movie that's coming out, and we're going to chat to one of the stars. Morne Visser is here.
Voted best courier in South Africa for over 10 years, at Globeflight, our approach is to simply keep our word. When the quality of our courier service was certified ISO 9001 compliant, it only confirmed what Globeflight customers already know, that from domestic same day to international air freight, Globeflight delivers smiles 24/7, 365.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And we promised you it's not just an ordinary Friday, it's certainly a Fry-yay. And with summer just around the corner, Woolworths and Men's Health, they've joined forces to put together a trend preview of the most stylish of gentlemen. Now, of course, we also have, I'm talking about, in fact, the 2018, it is the Men's Health collaboration, which went down in Johannesburg last week. And we have a sneak peek for you.
With summer knocking on our doorsteps, gents, it's time for some serious sartorial inspiration.
Yeah, Cure Woolworths and the Men's Health menswear collection. It's a 2018 spring-summer preview of this season's must-have styles.
With exclusive collections from David Jones, Edition, Studio W and Country Road on the runway, and of course some amazing grooming tips from Long Market Barber, it's time for the Dapper Dans to have a seat and take note.
Well, before we take note, I think we need to actually get to rehearsals, man, unless you know what to do.
Dude, I don't even know what we're doing here.
I think we need to go figure that out. Want to go?
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So, join the party on #TopBilling this Saturday evening as fashion and grooming make the modern man in the Woolworths and Men's Health menswear spring-summer collection on SABC3, where the stage is yours.
Oh, so exciting. The stage is certainly ours. And the 2018 Men's Health Collection, it went down in Johannesburg last week. It was a mix of trend-setting runway shows, celebrity guests, and that quintessential difference only Woolies could provide. Now, top billing presenter Raul de Mornay was there on the catwalk, and he's here to tell us more. Raul, welcome.
Thank you for having me again. It's good to be back.
Oh, you know what? When I'm thinking of On the Catwalk, I'm thinking of Right Said Fred's song. You know which one I'm talking about?
On the Catwalk.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Well, listen, welcome back. You have had a whirlwind of a journey since winning presenter search, one of the new faces of top billing, and of course also now a Men's Health cover star. How's it all been for you?
Man, it's been crazy. I'm just, to quickly reflect, I remember the last time I was here, it was my birthday actually.
Yes.
And I almost got eliminated on the show after that. So 2 months later, we are in the mix. It's absolute chaos. Things have been so wild. It's been a blessed journey in terms of just the show that we're going to speak about now. It's just been so overwhelming. And I'm still constantly trying to wrap my head around everything and just make sure that I'm present and aware of what's actually really going on.
And it's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
And I mean, Woolworths, let's talk about the actual show. Woolworths, they previewed their Spring-Summer 2018 collection. You were there. You were on the runway. What was that like for you?
And it was, to be honest, just being there was a blessing in itself. I mean, you had some of the top cover guys at the show walking the runway. And then for myself, it was the launch of the Men's Health menswear collection. And I managed to cover on that. So for me, it's been a lifelong dream, in a sense, to be a part of such a credible brand. And in terms of being on the show and being around all these like A-listers, it's just so overwhelming.
Well, you know what, the beauty of shows like this and seeing the preview and the collection, you have first insight. So now you need to share with us what can we expect from the likes of Edition, Country Road, Studio W and David Jones.
Well, look, I mean, something new for David Jones. They actually included women in the show, which was a first for them, and it really worked well. I mean, they've got these light, beautiful colours that they're bringing into summer again. For New Edition, very much aligned with the theme and the trend of the style guide for this month's issue as well, which is a rise of sport luxe and sportwear. So it's these very trendy, vibrant colours, neon colours almost in a sense, and very much making a bold statement. And that sport luxe brand is something that I personally embody as well. Being on the go, constantly busy, being able to look stylish and still be able to be functional, which is a big part of like the modern day man. So that's a kind of a little sneak peek of what you can expect this summer, yeah.
That's exciting, and I think a lot of people are excited just looking at the footage that we were seeing and the images. People can look forward to so much coming up on Top Billing, because you guys were there to capture all of the action. And of course, are you allowed to give us a little bit of a sneak peek of what we can expect on Top Billing?
I can. Look, I can say that it's really awesome. So Top Billing covered the full behind the scenes. So it was myself and Fez kind of going through the motions, and not only an experience in terms of what it takes to be a model and how to prepare for the show, but we also got the chance to rub with some very big influencers, some big names in the scene, and really get to find out what the inspiration was and the partnerships that the brands collaborated with. So it's going to be a real good information session and a real good behind the scenes, so you can see the nitty-gritties of what goes on to put a beautiful show like this together.
And you know what, you were saying that so much has happened, you haven't really absorbed all of it. When do you think that time will come when you can be like, oh, this happened?
I don't know. I think I'd have to run away on an island and just take like a week to just let it all sink in, because every day something new's happening and you've got to stay on top of it. So I'm waiting for that moment, but slowly it's sinking in.
That's right. Well, listen, do not miss any of the action. Ryle, it's so great having you here. Thank you so much. And of course, if you want to see more of this guy, you need to tune in to Top Billing. That takes place tomorrow on SABC 3 at 6 p.m. with a repeat on Sunday at noon, midday, 12 p.m. So make sure you tune in on SABC 3 where the stage is yours.
There's nothing smoother than the fresh, cool taste of Clover Tropica. Made with love by Clover.
Let's give it up for Ryle, who looks semi-smooth. Semi-smooth for you this morning, brother, man. Good to have you. Good to have you.
So, let's see if I can do this justice like you. Are you the smoothest fan to the biggest stars in Mzansi? I hope so, because Tropica is looking for the smoothest fan of some of South Africa's biggest and most loved celebrities who will put their skills and celeb knowledge to the ultimate test. But before we get down to the details, we're going to show you how to stay cool with a smooth serving of sangria. It's virgin and it's awesome. While the traditional pitcher of wine and fruit is delicious, why not shake things up just a little bit with some fresh additions to this usual cocktail? This recipe definitely offers something refreshing to take with a splash of Clover Tropica Cool Red Berry. Seeing as you dominated,
you know what?
Let me
can I just be honest? Zoe is sitting there after that segment. She's like, you know, in hindsight,
there is no hindsight in live TV.
That's not fair. Zoe, you got to make a decision and stick with it.
You won it fair and square, bro.
No, dude. Anyways, but yours had so it is fine. So yeah, here's the Cool Red Berry. I love it. Love the color. It's great. So we're gonna make the sangria.
I like it.
Do you roll the
sangria? You can say it however you want, just as long as it's smooth.
And it's very easy. It's just a different twist on it. If you want to make something fresh, especially with the hot temperatures we're seeing right now. So we have a jug. We have a jug, which is amazing. We have some sparkling water that we're gonna kind of get in there.
And the nice thing is, with the sparkling water, it releases a lot of the flavors, especially if you've got fresh additions and things. It adds a lovely kind of different dimension to the way that it's the mouth feel. Is that
the mouth
feel? But it helps to release the flavor.
Our Tropica Cool Red Berry.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's going to go in there as well.
Boom.
So just like that. Men do drink pink drinks. Yep. We do know it. Now some fruit. We got some pear, we got some oranges, we got a little bit of a squeeze of lime as well that I want to pop in there just for a bit of acidity, which is going to be great. Some pineapple as well.
Yeah, this is tropical.
It's going to release that flavors in there as well.
Excellence.
Par excellence. Let's give a few slices of orange.
And we are spoiled, guys, in summer to have seasonal fruit that is
I'm making it really
bursting off the shelves at the moment. Make sure you do keep it seasonal.
There we go. So I just want to squeeze it down a little bit, especially with the orange. You want to just crush it a little bit to get the release.
You're all about smashing and crushing fruit today, hey?
Have you realised that's how you win?
Come on.
Have you realised that's how you win, bro?
I was just waiting for your trademark, your copyrighted crocodile hand smash.
Just like that, and try and make it without a mess.
I like your dramatic... the food theatre going on here with the splashes and... Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. So the keyword here is Clover to 33728 if you'd like us to send this very inspired summer recipe straight to you.
Absolutely, man. So that will infuse right now and you'll be left with a delicious drink that's bursting with flavour, different dynamics. Please do.
I'm not going to judge you like Zoe judged us earlier.
Thank you, thank you. I made this one for you because of your shirt colour. You see?
Can you see the drink? Can you see it? I know.
Oh,
that's delicious, dude. That's lovely.
Nice, man. It's really nice. So SMS that keyword Clover to 33728. It really is such an easy recipe and such a fun recipe to make as well, especially when it's nice and hot.
And make pictures of it. Don't just make one glass, make a whole jug because you're going to want it. Now, the big question we have been asking you all morning, are you the smoothest fan to the biggest stars in Mzansi? Well, Tropica is looking for that smoothest fan. And that's an extra O I added there. Of South Africa's biggest and most well-known, well-loved celebrities who will put those skills and their celeb knowledge, of course, to the ultimate test.
Exactly. So all you have to do is buy Tropica and follow the entry details on the bottle. Select your favorite celeb who you think you know best, and you could stand a chance to win thousands of instant daily prizes and your share of 1 million rand.
Wow, and we aren't kidding. Tropica has already given away airtime to over 30,400 winners from the start of the competition. So buy a Tropica right now. Enter. You could be winning your share of an incredible, smooth list of prizes, airtime and cash.
You got to do it with the eyebrows. It's smooth.
Find all the deets at tropica.co.za.
There's nothing smoother than the fresh, cool taste of Clover Tropica. Made with love by Clover.
Oh, well, we're about to take a quick break, but before we do that, Raul, you've been working really, really hard. You need that little something for that moment in between. What can Princess help you with?
I think I'm going to go wild. I'm going for a donut. The show's done. You guys will see it tomorrow, though, so I'm going to let go. Hit me up with a donut, please.
Oh, thank you so much, Princess. Well, listen, still
Thank you very
so
much.
much coming up after the break. When we get back, one of the South African actors from the movie The Forgiven, Morne Visser, joins us in studio. We're going to sit down and chat to him. And then, of course, another performance coming your way from Jules Toria, That's coming your way after the break.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
The Note 9 is a game changer with more power than you need until this happens.
Flight 291 has been delayed.
And you need a charge. And all the plugs are taken in. Oh, well, there you go. But why have a remote control for a phone? That's why. Perfect. And who needs a terabyte of storage?
We got it? No.
Unless... Right. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need until you need it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in for what has been an inspirational show, and I think we're going to keep it exactly on that trend. So what happens when you pit the Archbishop against the Antichrist? This is being explored in a new movie called The Forgiven, starring Forrest Whitaker as Archbishop Desmond Tutu and Eric Bana as murderer Piet Blomveld. Let's take a look.
Prisoner Blomveld, you have a visitor.
Father, please find me just one piece of bone.
I promise.
Don't go to that prison. He's only out to harm you.
But he knows who killed this girl.
He's a psychopath and a convicted killer. He'll try and destroy you.
Joining us to shed more light on what went into the making of this incredible film is one of the South African cast members who plays police officer Hansie Coetzee. Morne Visser, please give him a big Expresso welcome. It was quite difficult to muster a round of applause after that. I mean, it's harrowing, and lots of that narrative is coming back to me. I don't know how you were able to actually delve into this as an actor, but maybe for the uninitiated, for the generations that maybe don't know about this, can you set the context for us for the film?
It's really, it's obviously based on true events, and it's about the journey of Desmond Tutu. You know, Mandela asked him to set up the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, something that's never been done anywhere in the world. And it's really about his journey, about how he goes about that, setting up this commission, knowing that in some way, very important, you need the truth, and in some way you need some closure as well. So he then finds Eric Bana's character, which is kind of based on a few characters, but the kind of prime evil character, a character that can't get, you know, forgiveness, and can't testify, and to tell the story of really what happened. And yeah, that's what it's about, you know?
I think with this, it's so complicated because you're telling the story of a nation, but within a film, you've got to get a personal narrative to truly be able to explore what the Archbishop, and we're sending all of our love to the Arch right now, wherever he is right at this moment. Your character must have had to, yourself and your character must have had to go through such an incredible journey. Can you talk us through
I also based my character on a few characters. So it's one of those characters that is still in the force and still operational as a police officer and has a lot to lose. Eric Bana's character cannot testify and we will not get, you know...
Absolution.
Absolution. And my character can. And he basically writes letters to me to ask me to go and tell the truth. And I based it really on officers who did not make the decisions, but were the followers, you know, and those guys who really, who executed and who didn't ask questions and who weren't in the position to ask questions. And yeah, that's...
There is such a dichotomy, if that's the right word here, in that to be able to move on, you do need to forgive, personally. But as you say, some things can't be forgiven. We can't forget and we cannot forgive. What's the lesson you've learnt through this process, through making this, what looks like an incredible film?
I think as a nation, again, we at a place where we are forming a new identity. This was part of a process and of an identity of us. And now we're in this place where we are trying to find new ways of forgiveness and moving on and acceptance. And I just think that we never seem to really learn from history. And here's an opportunity to see history. And although for a lot of people this is a very dark and heavy subject, I think it's something for us to celebrate. The fact that we have gone through this. We have gone through it, and we've made it through it. And it wasn't perfect, but we did something. And I think this is what it's about. It's about doing something. And making a film like this is doing something. We're not running away from history. We're facing it head on. And we're willing to have that conversation. And that's what I take out of this process.
An opportunity to celebrate what the Arch has done for this country. I think in essence, we're not a country of victims. We're a country of survivors, as you say, of people who have embraced the worst of what we've had to go through so we can move forward. But congratulations on being a part of what must be one of those standout film productions that you've achieved as an incredible actor. So that's saying a lot. Thank you so much, Mones. This gripping new drama film chronicling the gravity of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and so much of that narrative that went on behind the scenes that we haven't been privy to here in South Africa. The Forgiven opens across cinemas nationwide today. Go and see it. Support local cinema.
Look at this beautiful day. It is gorgeous, man. This is one reason to be smiling going into the weekend. I hope you're taking full advantage of it, or you're going to be taking full advantage of it. But we're not quite done with your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. Stick around, still a couple of minutes left. Now, she has been lighting up our screens for 3 decades, and for the very first time, she's been visiting our shores in the beautiful sunny South Africa. Who are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about Raven Symone. You'll remember her from That's So Raven with her new show, in fact, season 2 of Raven's Home. Check it out.
Growing up as a child star TV darling and maintaining popularity through the spotlight of Hollywood could be a tough job, but not for Raven Symone. Her star shines bright through the Broadway stage, the silver screen, and of course television, as we here to premiere her 2nd season of Raven's Home.
Raven Symone shot to stardom in the late 90s at the age of 3 as a later addition to The Cosby Show. Went on to achieve international recognition in her teens as the titular Raven in That's So Raven, has extended her portfolio as a talk show host on The View, and is continuing Raven's adult story in the spin-off Raven's Home.
I remember That's So Raven. It was a hit in the mid-2000s. So, you know, how does that crown and this crown come together with Raven's Home?
Well, I love that question because what I'm hoping is that the crowd that watched That's So Raven, whether you have kids or not, you can bring your younger family to the table, sit down and watch a show that you remember and they're learning all at the same time. And that to me brings a family show into existence. And that's what we want to be. We want to be a family show.
How does it feel to, of course, have your international audience now in South Africa?
Can I just say how excited I am to be here? I don't get to leave my country that much because I'm always working, but to come, let my braids down, see everyone here and see the love and affection, it brings me so much joy.
We love Raven's Home!
It's amazing to have someone like Raven come back because, I mean, we grew up watching That's So Raven. And I guess it's obviously not exactly the same show, but I think in terms of structure-wise, in terms of the comedy of it, it's exactly what we watched growing up. So I like the fact that, you know, with times, we still can actually share something with our kids because it's very rare for us to be able to do that.
So I love that the show has stories that they can relate to, scenarios that's real, and it's just real, which is what I love.
The story is relatable to everyone. I think whether you're young or you're old or you're a young parent and you're trying to juggle a lot of things, everyone can relate to it. It's hilarious. I think the kids are also just so talented in it too. It's a brilliant cast and a brilliant story for everyone.
Keeping the line between reality and fiction in focus is certainly helpful when it comes to expanding a career in television.
You've done some music, television, production, I mean, stage, you do so much. How have you remained so grounded for 3 decades?
I'm always with my family at some point in time. I have a base group of friends that I've had since I was in elementary school. I paint, and I don't believe in the hype. There's a lot of people who are in the industry, and they are defined by what they have done. I'm defined by if I was nice to someone today. And if they'll be my friend. That's totally different.
What do you have to say to South Africa as a whole about Raven's Home and about you and what you're going to be doing this year, next year, and just moving forward?
Well, to all of South Africa, I hope you watch Raven's Home starting October 8th. And for me, I hope that you follow me throughout my career and other things that I'm doing. And I hope I can visit you soon again. I'm sorry it's taken so long.
I speak on behalf of South Africans and say that we're really happy and excited to be bringing Raven into our home.
Lovely, hey?
Yes.
That's So Raven's.
I can't believe she hasn't
home.
been to South Africa sooner.
Yeah, I know, right? Because she's got a huge following here, which is amazing. Anyways, listen up. It's your last chance to win one of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 phones valued at 18,000 Rand. Is a phenomenal prize, a phenomenal phone at that as well. We've been having so much fun unpacking all the exciting features, and we're not done yet. But what you need to do right now is go onto the Expresso Facebook page and comment on the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 post.
That's right, because the chances of you forgetting your wallet is quite big, but the chances of you forgetting your phone, not so much. And with the Samsung Pay, that means you can pay almost anywhere. Now, comment on the post with the hashtag Galaxy Note 9 and tell us how you can secure your cards on hashtag Samsung Pay. Make sure you head on over to our Facebook page now and you comment on the post to enter. Those T's and C's apply, and you only have until 12 p.m. today to enter.
Exactly. Do it and you could be a game changer as well, because this is one piece of game-changing technology packed into our Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
At Bryn Music ZA is where you can find him and his incredible band online. Go and show them some love. He is about to perform a slightly more upbeat song, but we love the emotive stuff on the show. Thank you so much, Jules, for joining us. You have been a superb gentleman to host as well, and the music has been superb. Now, time for you to ask this very important question: who you are? ? Enjoy.
into your eyes and the dead or survival, clinging to anything that comes in by the way. All for the weekend, but you're miserable if you stay. Dissatisfied when you go, and you complain it's all the same. Well, what the hell do you know? But this is not who you are. How could you let yourself come this way? Trust me, you can be miserable anywhere you choose. The only thing you can't choose is when you go. What the hell do you got to do? And if you only feel judgment from a handful of men, why do you constantly hand your soul to them? If you know how it's gonna end, 'cause every day you awake to the same white noise, the opportunities that you chase every night to avoid. But this is not who you are. How could you let yourself come this way? Trust me, you could be miserable anyway you choose. The only thing you can't choose is when you go. What the hell do you got to?
This coming Thursday on Winner Home. Having completed both spare rooms in the first challenge, the design duos are briefed on their second challenge and realize that the competition doesn't get any easier. Plus, stand in line to win amazing weekly prizes and your chance of winning the grand prize, your very own home. Tune in for all the design inspiration with Winner Home, Thursday evenings at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3. Winner Home, proudly brought to you by Capitec and Private Property, with Samsung products designed for your connected lifestyle. Grand prize luxury penthouse apartment by Bowen Properties.
Style. Mosley. Bad girl never run. Bad girl never run.
Never run, never run.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. We can't end off our Friday without a Friday dance, and we have Jody Jackson Dance Center. The dancers are here. We have Jody Jackson herself alongside Kelsey, one of the dancers as well. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
And gents. Yes, welcome, welcome. Tell me a little bit about your dance center.
So we are based in Lotus River in the southern suburbs, and it's just basically a place for these kids to come after school and share their passion and do.
Well, you know what? I always see, when I see them move, I'm always so inspired. What are some of the competitions or events you guys have got coming up?
So at the moment, from yesterday and today and tomorrow, we've got Dance Star SA qualifiers. And then we're working towards Hip Hop International Dance qualifiers as well, SA qualifiers. And then we've got our show at the end of the year. So
how exciting. Please do come back and tell us a little bit more and give us a little bit of a sneak peek on what to expect. But Kelsey, what do you guys got planned for us today?
So today we have a vibrant hip-hop piece that we'll be doing, and we hope you guys enjoy it.
Okay, well listen, let's get this Friday to that Friday level. Are you ready? Yes. Okay, the floor's yours, guys.
Mosley. Bad girl never run. Bad girl never run.
Never run.
Welcome to Cape Town. Yeah. I don't do this usually. Click, clack, and get it's a movie. Either you salute me or shoot me. Because the scams done and Mosley. Bad man never run. Bad man never run. Bad man never run. Bad man never run. I don't do this usually. Click, clack, and get it's a movie. Either you salute me or shoot me. Because the scams done and Mosley. Bad man never run. Bad man never run. Bad man never run. Bad man never run. Mosley.
Ja, Chase, je moet doen, man, is nou in een predicament. Kom ik zie jou van de andere kant, zie kiemelen. Ik lijk toe, man, en doedels, man, ik idee, dan ik kiemelen te winkel. Zie niet waar kom die kanen. Zij roepen Ali Bobo bij bij zo kan je maat. Als van die dalaf, man, ze zijn altijd al leidraad. Als ik hem toe op, lijkt ik hem op mijn vrij. Kijk diep in mijn ogen, zo zit hij hier, ze krijg wat. Auw, ik voel snaaks, zo brother. En dan was ik op bij vragen, je nog iets anders. Zij laat die chains van als plusval, brother, dan. Buk zij zo, zij terug, kijk, brother, ik. Kijk maar weg, vang maar niet die gulle hart. Toch is altijd beter, zij het rollen op mij. Praat, zij praat mij bang met dat ding van zij wees mij lekker zij, lekker zij. Alright, wat gaat die kunstje met mij? Ik smaak jou rooi. No ways, ik heb klaar, moet je voor mij. Ik ga jou krijgen. Geef me goed, als je me lekker maar bij mij. Je nog gedaan. Lekker zij. Alright, wat gaat die kunstje met mij? Ik smaak jou rooi. No ways, ik heb klaar, moet je voor mij. Ik ga jou krijgen. Geef me goed, als je me lekker maar bij mij. Je nog gedaan.
Nataka majozi aje ama nini nyie hamialiki mbona mwenzaka nasema napenda lakini yeye haniambii haweza kashindwa kifungo hata 200 ila hanipigiki hivi nishasema itabidi aongee na mimi kini hanisikii subiri mimi kweli sitaweza unanifili kinuwezi kunyonesha sasa mimi nikisi unanipenda hukunambia endo mana nilienda
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.